It's a wonderful afternoon to play baseball, so let's come inside the Big A for the final game of this homestand. It's the Tampa Bay Devil Rays and the Angels. Hi everybody, Steve Physiak, Rex Hudler with you. Today we will see the major league debut of the Angels' top minor league prospect, 22-year-old Brandon Wood. This is a young man drafted first round 2003. Today he will play third base and bat ninth in the starting lineup.
That's right. Mike Scioscia says it may not last long. Well, if it's up to this kid, Brandon Wood, he'll never go back. He hits a couple big home runs now, as he's capable of doing, and help this Angels team the next few days. Hey, he's staying. But this kid's got good skills. Now he's going to strike out a lot. He's shown that before in his past in the minor leagues, but he's got power. The Angels sorely need some. Maybe he'll be the answer. Who knows?
We will also see Bartolo Colon, his second start of the year. His 2007 debut was an excellent start against Seattle last Saturday.
That's right, only throwing 77 pitches. Big Bart, he'll have plenty to go today. Using mainly fastballs, two-seamer, almost hurt himself here as he tweaked his ankle on a poor play by Rob Quinlan at first base. But everything's fine. He'll be taking the rock today. Get up on that hill, you see it. Now, he didn't roll it all the way over. Big Bart should be able to shake that. He's fine. He'll be going at fastballs at a young fastball hitting team. Should be a real exciting matchup today.
And Mike Scioscia said he would have Dustin Mosley ready in the bullpen just in case. For Tampa Bay, it'll be Jae Seo, but on the hill for the Angels, Bartolo Colon. He leads that pitching staff. You bet. Welcome back, Big Bart. And Guerrero leads the offense as the Angels hope to sting the Rays.
Hey, neighbor, getting the 3-burner grill, huh? Yeah, I'm going with the 4-burner with
infrared technology.
Oh, is that the 4-seater?
Yeah.
Mine seats 6. Oh, and he's got the beverage center.
I go with the choice deck or the Trex. They're low maintenance and they last.
My deck's gonna be 10 by 15.
15 by 20.
20 by 30.
Maybe 2 decks.
At Lowe's, you'll find everything you need to make your backyard the best one on the block.
Nice deck. I mean, mine's bigger, but...
Check out the gazebo.
You got a gazebo.
Lowe's. Let's build something together.
We'll begin boarding Flight 217 to New York with all first-class passengers. That's first-class passengers only.
Well, see you there.
Yeah.
What makes breakfast so special?
It's the buttermilk biscuit sandwiches. Right now, you can get 2 sausage, egg, and cheese or 2 bacon, egg, and cheese biscuits for just $2. The most important meal. Served all day.
Hot dog, with pastrami, double, mustard, Swiss cheese, pretzel bun. Can it get any better? Pastrami's back at Wiener Schnitzel. The pastrami dog, pastrami burger, and pastrami sandwich are tastic. So come on down and get your on at Wiener Schnitzel, where we're pushing the boundaries of taste. And now push the boundaries at breakfast with our croissant sandwich. Morning.
How does it feel to own America's favorite truck? The Ford F-150, with more towing power and more payload than anything in its class. You hear some pretty big claims about trucks these days, but no one carries the load of a Ford F-150. So why fool around with an imitation? Ford has been America's favorite truck for 30 years. Hurry in and get 0% for 60 months on a new F-150. It's that simple. It all ends April 30th.
Watch exclusive playoff coverage with a free preview of NBA TV. Chrome grille, 20-inch wheels, and other premium features without the premium price. Introducing the 2007 Chevy Tahoe Special Edition. Qualified lessees can lease a 07 Tahoe 1LT 2-wheel drive for around $399 a month. Residency restrictions apply. Call for details. Quantities are limited. Get yours now. See your Southern California Chevy dealer or visit SoCalChevy.com.
Canucks, Ducks, Game 2. Friday at 6:30 on FSN West.
FSN West presents Angels Baseball, brought to you by Aflac. Ask about it at work. by Carl's Jr. Come try the Buffalo Chicken Sandwich. Spice up your day. By Gatorade Thirst Quencher. It's in the MLB. Is it in you? Just sailing along near the Big A. This terrific homestand continues for the Angels. They're 5-1 versus Seattle, Detroit, and now Tampa Bay. The Angels beat the Devil Rays 9-1 last night, and Tampa comes into Anaheim with a pretty good offense led by Joe Maddon. Second in runs scored, second in home runs, first in stolen bases. Baldelli, Gomes, Crawford go 1-2-3, then Wigginton. Jae Young is only 21 years old. 3 hits last night, 2 singles and a double. He has a terrific future. Pena, Upton, Paul, and Zobrist round out Joe Maddon's 9. And there is Joe Maddon, terrific skipper. He spent 31 years in the Angels organization, knows so many of the young players, and he was a guy who was a mentor to Tim Salmon, who retired last year, saying how long he had been with the organization and just loves the Angels and what they have become. Well, here's a look at Bartolo Colon, the 5'11" right-hander, terrific in his first start in beating Seattle this past weekend. He came into that locker room wearing his Dominican Republic WBC cap. He is proud of being from Altamira in the Dominican Republic. And how about the guys defending behind him?
Sponsored by Lexus. We're going to see highlighted Jose Molina, and why not highlight this guy? Last season, he threw out over 41.3% of runners, and they'll need that percentage today as the Devil Rays. They've got a pretty good speed lineup, but he's a great catch and throw guy. Defensively behind Bartolo is a sound defense. Young rookie Wood at third base, making his major league debut.
There he is, young Brandon Wood, 22 years old, born in Austin, Texas, but raised in Scottsdale, Arizona. And he'll have one hit just over his head. It's a base hit for Rocco Baldelli, who's challenging Garrett Anderson. The throw not in time. A double to lead off the game for Baldelli.
Okay, there's not much you can do on that. A guy with good speed, Wood respecting the bunting ability of him, chops it over his head. Garrett Anderson came in, all he could do, but credit Baldelli with hustling into second base there. That's the old chop knock. Nothing you can do. Ball's not going to get to the outfield very fast. If you got any kind of speed at all, you're on second base.
And Baldelli can run. Despite the injury problems he has suffered in the past, just 25 years old, and the leadoff man is on second base. Batting second, Johnny Gomes, and he takes strike one right down Broadway. Well, the first game Colon pitched last Saturday started much the same way. Ichiro with a double to center field, but then Colon bared down, got Beltre on a ground out. Vidro struck out, and he got Ibanez in a pop to left field. Colon hopes things are similar here. And Gomes takes a heater at 94 on the black outside corner, 0-2.
Yeah, you know, that's right. I remember that leadoff double. It was hit really well in the gap, too. So that's not going to phase Bart. He's going to come with this fastball hitting team with his bread and butter, his 2-seam fastball. He's got a 4-seamer he'll use upstairs, and he has cracked the mid-90s.
Just high to Johnny Gomes, a guy you can strike out. He has tremendous power, and he showed it in the past to Bart. He has 5 hits and 8 at-bats against the Angels right-hander, and 2 of them are home runs.
Hey, his situation would be to move the runner, but with 2 strikes here, he's just going to try to make some contact somewhere.
Colon's 1-2. Got him on the breaking ball.
Okay, we didn't see a lot of sliders and changeups in the 77 pitches he threw against Seattle the other day because he commanded his fastball well. But against this team, he's going to have to pick his spots. There it was, a beautiful slider. Exmo slow motion shows Big Bart's front side coming out nicely. The little snap at the end, the little snappy slider, the one that hitters really dislike hitting.
Now Colon must face the most dangerous hitter in the lineup with the most experience despite his young age of 25, Carl Crawford. What a player out of Houston, Texas. Speed plus power. Now batting third, he has been the leadoff guy the last few years, but they felt as he matures the power would be there, and so would the run production. His grand slam beat the New York Yankees just 2 nights ago.
You know, I just noticed Gary Matthews in center field waving Vladdy over towards him more. So that's a great sign there of a center fielder who's the quarterback out there helping his corner guys. Your corner guys are always watching your center fielder if you're an outfielder, saying, hey, look, where are you playing? Where do you want me? Stuff like that.
And did he ever make a terrific catch to rob Elijah Dukes last night, breaking towards that right center alley, and Gary stretched out and almost took it right off the grass. He has Gold Glove capabilities, and that's one reason Bill Stoneman wanted to improve the Angels defense that suffered so much last year.
Let's see what Bart decides to throw here, him and Jose Molina. 0-2 situation. Stayed with a fastball.
Joe Madden has been teaching his young Devil Rays about two-strike approach. Go ahead and change, he said. A lot of times on an 0-2 count, your batting average will be under 200. Don't be afraid to choke up, chop that ball, take it the other way.
It's because hitters are a little defensive in that count. They don't want to strike out always.
To move his feet, 1 ball and 2 strikes.
It's an effective pitch. At times Bartolo in his Cy Young year, he had great stuff that year, but he didn't pitch inside effectively enough, if you ask me. Now that's an important pitch for any pitcher, and Bart with such great control came inside there, and that was a good purpose pitch.
Oh, and it glances off of the base runner Baldelli, but right to second baseman Eric Ibar.
Bartolo is a very good athlete off the mound. He can spin. He's got a good move. He already faked his spin once, but that one hit Baldelli right in the wallet, and it bounced right to Ibar, fortunately. But that would have been an error. But he's a good athlete, moves well.
Baldelli second base, Crawford down in the count 1-2. Colon checks the runner. And Crawford swings and misses. Back-to-back strikeouts by Bartolo Colon. Baldelli was bluffing and moved. Jose Molina gets the better angle as he moves towards the mound and throws on to Casey Kochman for the second out.
So far early, Bartolo getting ahead with fastballs, finish him off with a slider. Throwing a lot of fastballs in there. That gets that hitter looking for it, and then you drop a little wrinkle in the dirt like that, you're already committed, you're out. So far so good for Bart. Just like his last start, leadoff guy got the double, and he's left him stranded so far. He's got 1 more out to get here. This guy, he's a hacker too.
Ty Wigginton. Out of play, strike 1. And you mentioned the 2005 season when Bartolo Colon won the Cy Young Award. The thing that impressed me the most about Big Bart was the power plus the command. He only walked 43 batters that year in almost 223 innings, and you're talking about a guy with a 95, 96 mile an hour fastball.
Oh, he won that award for a reason. They don't just give that award to anybody.
21 wins that year. High with the fastball comes Bartolo Colon. And Mike Scioscia compared him a little bit to Bob Welch when Mike Scioscia was coming up in the Dodgers organization, a guy with power plus command. Welch had that overpowering fastball, but could throw it exactly where he wanted to. One and two, so Colon in front of Gomes, Crawford, now Wigginton. He struck out the previous 2. Now Ty Wigginton will K a bit.
Well, Bartolo, he's a very prideful guy, and he knows that he only had 1 win after his Cy Young year. So this year he's got a little bit to prove, not only to everybody else but to himself, that his shoulders sound, that he can let it go, his fastball go without any kind of hesitation for pain or even just a little bit nervous about it, and the fact that he doesn't have a contract next year. So you put all those together, you're going to get a good Bart.
Wigginton skies it in the air, right side. Kochman giving chase. Vlad near the foul line pulls it down. So Colon, much like his first start, gives up the leadoff double and then gets out of trouble.
The engineers at GMC gave the all-new redesigned Sierra the kind of look that makes a powerful statement and the kind of muscle that can back it up. The all-new GMC Sierra. We examined everything and overlooked nothing. That's professional grade.
Use trade-in bonus cash to get an 07 Sierra 1500 extended cab work truck 2-wheel drive for around $21,650. More GMC trucks are sold in LA than anywhere in the nation.
Wings. So many bones. So little meat. To fill up, you gotta eat at least 50 of them. Good thing chickens have big breasts. The Buffalo Chicken Sandwich, new at Carl's Jr.
Most vehicles can help protect you during an accident. We prefer to help you avoid one altogether. The 2008 Lexus RX with 14 actively safe features. See your Southern California Lexus dealer.
Mike Scioscia brings his Angels into today's game with a record of 11-10. They're tied with Oakland for first place in the American League West, having a terrific homestand. The batting order he brought to home plate: Matthews, Cabrera, Guerrero, Anderson, Kochman, Hillenbrand will be the DH, then Ibar, Molina, and of course Brandon Wood making his major league debut. He has averaged 34 home runs the last 2 years and was the minor league player of the year in 2005 when he hit 43 big flies at Rancho Cucamonga. Jae Seo is the pitcher they will face. Jae, a 6-foot, 230-pound right-hander out of South Korea. He's now 29 years old, facing Gary Matthews, who's had a very fine homestand. 5-game hit streak going, batting .455 in that span. Rather high ERA for Jae Seo. He has allowed 43 base runners in just 22 1/3 innings. He's allowed an American League high 36 hits and leads the major leagues with 24 runs allowed. The Angels would love to see that continue. Matthews sends it out of play.
Finds a little bit too much of the plate. He's got a fastball that'll just touch 90. His slider's a pitch he tries to get right-handers to chase. Something he's not real confident with. But his out pitch is his split finger. That's the pitch that he uses to get his strikeouts. But he finds too much of the plate. See, there's that splitty right there. It goes down and away from a lefty. But he'll use it to righties and lefties.
Does he throw a straight changeup as well?
He'll have it. He has a changeup, but he doesn't throw it for strikes. He's got a little small tailing action too as well. But you're going to see more of the other three. Fastball, slider, the split.
Boy, he tried to sneak that two-seam fastball over the inner half and misses. Matthews, good plate discipline. Gary with 10 walks this year.
Ball carries nicely in day games here. Matthews is red hot.
Cracks that one foul. He has been on a lot of pitches lately. We saw him hammer a Joel Zumaya pitch for a home run. It comes in at 99 to 100 miles an hour, and he hammered his first home run down the right field side into the seats.
Matthews got 10 hits on this homestand so far. Last day of the homestand today.
A chopper to the first baseman, and that's a fair ball. They get it to Seo, and Matthews is safe. An infield hit for Gary. The streak is now 6.
That's right. When you have legs, why not use them? That's an infield knock. Beat that pitcher over there every time. Now Matthews from the left side of the batter's box is already 2 steps ahead of a right-handed batter. Little two-hopper. He's off to the races. He got a better jump than Seo did. I like how first base umpire Lance Barksdale got in good position. Look at Lance Barksdale. Great position there. Moves in so we can see it, and he was right on it, just by an inch. Good call, Lance Barksdale.
The Angels took advantage of some mistakes by Tampa Bay's defense yesterday. 3 errors led to a bundle of runs, and the Angels ran away with a 9-1 victory. B.J. Upton made an error, so did the first baseman Carlos Pena, and the shortstop Brandon Harris dropped a pop-up late in the game that led to a big inning, 6-run inning by the Angels. Now Orlando Cabrera. OC had 3 hits in the Angels' 9-8 10-inning win over Detroit, and then shut out yesterday 0 for 4 with a walk. Matthews with the lead, and he goes, and the Angels had the hit and run on, and Orlando Cabrera sends it back to the screen.
Defending behind Jae Weong in this afternoon's game, the final game of 2 games here before Tampa Bay heads off to play the Oakland A's. We're going to show you Josh Paul behind the plate. A little bit of Wigington at third base. Former Angel Josh Paul.
The Angels do not run.
Here it is, sponsored by Rico. Well, there's JP. 7th start this season. He's a good catch and throw guy because the Angels, they'll be aggressive as well as the Tampa Bay Devil Rays. Zobrist, young shortstop, playing shortstop, and BJ Upton at second.
Gary's tied for second in the American League in stolen bases with 6. Kenny Lofton had a couple yesterday, and Texas's loss. But he now has 8 to lead the American Leaguers.
Okay, Jae Weong, he gets the ball home quickly. Okay, his times are 1.2 to 1.3, and anything under 1.3 makes it a real close play with a good throw at second base. They have it all timed out nowadays. The first base coaches all have a stopwatch, and they time it when the pitcher breaks his hands, and by the time the catcher catches it. There's another split finger. He's going to use that split a lot. That's his off balance pitch. Cabrera having a good AB. He's watching a few. Like to be able to shoot that hole on the right side. Shoot the ball to right field. Shoot that hole there, and then puts the pressure on the right fielder to throw out Matthews. Get him all the way to third.
And Joe Madden brought a lot of that Mike Scioscia philosophy over to their side on their pickoffs and when they'll pitch out. He's gotten away from a pitch out count at 2 balls and 2 strikes, so the advantage goes to Gary Matthews. And now Gary goes, and the pitch is outside. The throw to second base. He's out.
All right. Hey, look, I told you Josh Paul, he's a good catch and throw guy, and he had to be perfect. And the fact that Jae Weong gets the ball home, calculate all that up, and he's out. Great execution by the D-Rays there. Watch Weong. He's quick home. Matthews got a good jump. It took a perfect throw to get him. Okay, no sweat. Scioscia's all right with that.
And now a walk to Orlando Cabrera.
Watch Josh Paul. Look at that transfer. One step. He got rid of it in a heartbeat and put it right where it needed to be. If it's up just a few inches, he's safe. Perfect throw. We've seen a lot of catchers execute this year against the Angels. One reason is they know they're going to run. And when your catcher's on high alert, you're ready.
Right now, Josh has to get his guy, Jae Weong, to keep guys from getting on in front of Vlad Guerrero. Guerrero, a 409 homestand. And he hits it high in the air and deep to left center field. At the wall, it's gone.
I don't know what they thought Vladdy was looking for on the first pitch, but an 88-mile-an-hour fastball to Vlad ain't gonna get it done today. Watch Big Vladdy. Here's Exmo. 4-seam fastball saying, Vladdy, hit your 6th home run at home today. Good swing. Ball has some elevation. Now he's hit the ball a lot further. We've seen it. Didn't quite get all of it, but plenty enough for today.
And all of his homers have come at the Big A, so the fans love it to see Big Daddy go deep. That's number 6, and he now has 20 RBIs, and that's down the line for Garrett Anderson. This could be double number 9. And he strolls into second base with a double.
Okay, so Jae Weong said, well, Vladdy hit my first pitch out. Anderson, I'm going to throw him a breaking ball. So Garrett, first ball hacking, caught one up in the zone. Looked like a little slider. Trying to get me over, and Pena can't get it. Boy, hitters love seeing those down the line like that, Fizz, because you know it's extra bases. And you almost smile like that guy does.
Well, he followed Vlad Guerrero chasing an early count pitch, and Garrett Anderson had been taking that pitch, particularly a first pitch fastball. And Mickey Hatcher said, hey, if you like that pitch, be disciplined to go ahead and take a rip, because all of a sudden Garrett was taking that pitch for a strike, and then the pitcher would come with the split or the curveball, and Garrett was chasing that one in the dirt. Will need his offense. He is protection for Garrett Anderson. 9 doubles to lead the club, and Casey Kochman coming up.
Okay, BJ up in the second baseman. He's out of your screen there. Look at all the room here to shoot that ball right in there. Ton of room. They're playing him to pull. Kochman, he uses the whole field. And if you're a hitter, when you step in the batter's box first to get your toe hold, then you step out and look and see where the defense is playing you. And you could see that.
When Casey lets the ball get a little deeper, he does use all the fields, but in the last 3 games he's had a lot of rollovers to the right side.
He's just a little bit out in front. That's the reason you roll over. He's too aggressive. He's wanting to get the big hit, and he's plenty patient enough to let that ball travel back closer to the zone, and then you can hit it squarely up the middle. See where he's taking his toe hold back. That's where most hitters hit the ball back in the plate.
Kochman had a great spring, much like last year, but then suffering mononucleosis last year, missed almost the entire season, battled back, played about 30 games in the Winter League in Puerto Rico, got his strength back, played about every day at first base, and he'll take outside from Jae Seo. It's a 3-1 count.
Let me show you the reason why the hitters go all the way back like that. It's because that gives you the most time to see the ball as far back as in the line. Here's the line right there. That batter's box line is right back over here. You want to get as far back as you can to give you the maximum amount of time to see it. And depending on the pitcher's stuff, if he's a soft tosser or a big curveball guy, sometimes you move up because you don't need all that time to see the fastball. You're gonna be able to hit that ball. There's from the left-handed view side. It's right on that back line.
Casey pulls it to the first baseman. He'll get it to Seo, and they had the defensive coverage well, pulling for Kochman, who has been hitting it to that side. Anderson goes to third, but 2 outs now in the first inning. The Angels have a 2-0 lead on Vladimir Guerrero's long home run to left center field. About a 400-foot shot. And Shea Hillenbrand, who's had a fine homestand, batting .381, raised his average to .232. A tough start. Told you a lot about the tight groin problem that shelved him for 5 games.
Yeah, but you know what? He's holding his own. He hasn't hit an extra base, but who cares? He's got 6 ribbies. He's kind of hanging in there until he can get hot. It's a little bit early. A veteran like this, no one's going to panic on him. They're going to try to give him as many at-bats as they can to get him going.
Strike in there, 1 ball and 1 strike. Anderson doubled after Guerrero hit the home run, and GA 90 feet away from giving the Angels a 3-0 lead. Next pitch for Seo will be his 25th this inning. Hillenbrand to left field, and that will get Garrett home. It's to the wall, and Shea has his first extra base hit as an Angel, and now has 7 RBIs.
All right, there you go. He's going to warm up with the weather. Got a nice little double. He didn't have to test his groin at all there, and he knocked in another run after knocking in 2 in last night's game. There it is, a fastball inside. He turned on that with no problem. See, Jae Seo at 88, he don't have enough fuzz to get it by the hitters. Fuzz is another term for a fastball.
So the Angels keep on a hit. They'll send their 7th man to the plate now as Anderson checks in from third base. Halos go up 3 in the first inning, and Eric Ibar, who had a hit last night, also reached on an error, scored a couple of times, and won the game in the 10th inning 2 nights ago against Detroit. This one at the plate foul.
See, now here's a kid, after watching him, that's going to have a hard time because he knows he's got some pop. His hero Vladimir hits the ball makes it look easy. This guy's got some pop in his bat, and he wants to impress. So that's why he's pulling off the ball so much here in this first week of having this everyday second base job. He's going to have to learn how to keep the ball out of the air, stay up through the middle, utilize his speed, and become an attack vessel. He's a young player.
Down the right side, and that's foul.
He's a catalyst type player now. He got a nice double on an off-speed pitch yesterday, and he's going to get a lot of infield hits because he's really fast. You see how he's falling out with his backside? Almost looked like Ichiro right there. But he's able to keep his hands into the hitting zone. He's going to surprise a lot of people, but he's still young. It's going to take some time for him to mature at the dish.
Mickey Hatcher always says, first time up, I want you to think about taking that ball to left field. And he says that might help keep him with that front shoulder in. But boy, he swings at a lot of pitches that aren't in the strike zone. Remember, he's just 23 years old, first full season in the big leagues as he made his first opening day roster.
But you know, Mike Scioscia kept him because that was a smart move. He's got speed off the bench that he can provide when he's not playing. Got to have a guy late in the games. Even though he's been caught twice this year to end ball games, Scioscia's not going to stop there with him. And Mike played him in center field in the spring, and so he's versatile. He knows he can put him anywhere. That's the value of a guy like Ibar right now, especially with all the injuries the Angels have suffered with some of their players. Kendrick Pickens is getting ready to come back.
Sean left today to play at Salt Lake City over the weekend, and that might be the stretch where Brandon Wood is with the big club before Figgins comes back, but we'll see. It's up to young Brandon Wood, who's making his major league debut. That's a base hit to right field, so Ibar keeps it up. Hillenbrand comes home, and the Angels go up.
Look at him.
4-0. And Ibar goes to second base on a bad read by Delmon Young.
Yeah, but the young kid, Ibar, smart enough to deke the right fielder. So two rookies out there, and Ibar went almost halfway past first base, knowing that they weren't going to throw out Hillenbrand, so he left the decision to Delmon Young and right. And when he threw behind him, he went on into second base. This guy's got that kind of speed. He can play with the defense like that. Look at Delmon. He wasn't sure what to do. Watch Ibar. He just keeps going. Now he's playing. All right, he read him too. Very good heads-up baseball there, base running.
And for Tampa Bay defensively, we've seen their youth in the last 2 days. The 3 errors yesterday that led to so many Angel runs. And the poor decision here by Delmon Young, also an earlier play with Gary Matthews' ground ball. So didn't get to first on time.
You know, I'd be tempted to give him a double on that.
You'd be tempted to? We've got to go with the official scorer, though. I'm going with my man, Norm Peters.
Well, he's an exceptional statistician, but we'll have to wait and see what the real official score gives it.
Well, fans on deck is Brandon Wood, the 22-year-old kid out of Phoenix, Arizona. He found out yesterday. We can chronicle his story about making it to the big leagues. It is an awesome one, and he is a big part of the Angels' future. Jose Molina takes a strike. It's 2-1.
But regardless, the Angels are happy with the first inning, putting a little pressure on Jae Weong Seo, who's 0-2 against the Angels' lifetime. 4-run lead for Big Bart. That's just fine for the hard-throwing.
Molina sends it out of play. The Angels were tested by Edwin Jackson, who pitched very well yesterday before the defense let him down. He shut out the Angels through the first 4 innings, but the Halos have jumped on Jae Weong Seo for 4 runs, and his next pitch will be his 35th this inning.
Yeah, if you're a Devil Ray reliever out in that bullpen out there, you're really going to get a lot of action today, looks like to me.
Well, they've got the bullpen going right now. Getting loose.
Could be a Johnny Allstaff type of day.
Gary Glover, former Angel, is warming up down in the pen. Here's the 2-2, and Jose Molina tries to drop it to center field. On comes Baldelli. It's a hit, and Ibar will score the Angels' 5th run. Well, I don't think Brandon Wood thought his major league debut would be in the first inning as a hitter, but here he comes. The 9th man to hit. Brandon Wood, 22 years old, born in Austin, Texas, went to Horizon High School, the Angels' first round 23rd overall pick in 2003. And he was very calm before the game, visiting with him.
Isn't it only fitting that he goes deep in his first at-bat?
Oh, stop.
In the big leagues? Come on. He'll never forget this moment here against Jae Seo. Day game.
Let's don't put the pressure on the young man, but that's what he did at Salt Lake City this year. They had an off day yesterday when he found out. He said his girlfriend Lindsay flew to Salt Lake City to see him on the day off, and they were going to the newspapers to pick out a movie. And he got a phone call from Brian Harper and said, "Are you ready for tomorrow's game?" And he said, "You bet, Skip." And he said, "Well, are you ready for the game in Anaheim?" And he said, "What?" "Yeah, you're going to the show, the big leagues."
Throw him a home run pitch. Make it a special like Mike Napoli's last year. He went deep in his first at bat.
Foul.
He's down now 1-2. Kind of had a feel for it swing there.
Well, he called his mom, Carrie and Jill, immediately after getting the call from his skipper in Salt Lake City. Brian Harper told them. They told all their family and friends. And Carrie and Jill are here today at the ballpark watching their son. He caught a 6:40 flight. I asked Brandon, "Did you sleep well?" And he goes, "No, I didn't. I was thinking about the alarm clock. Would I get up in time? Would I make it to the airport in time?" But he said, on the flight, I kind of calmed down, got here about 2 hours, 2.5 hours before the game, and got with Mickey Hatcher. We worked together in the batting cage, and he said he felt very relaxed today. And there it is, missing outside. A 3-2 count to Brandon Wood.
I mean, Jae Seo, you know, he looks like he's showing a lot of respect to young rookie Brandon Wood, making his major league debut, pitching him outside like he's Vladimir Guerrero. We'll see what he does here. Now, you know the kid's anxious to swing the bat. He only swung once. He hit a little foul ball.
Foul.
He's a little bit behind because Seo is throwing slow. Jose Molina at first base. He's going on the 3-2 pitch, 2-out situation here.
A swing and a miss. So in his major league debut, he strikes out against Jae Seo. But the Angels score 5, and Vlad Guerrero gets the offense started with his 6th home run, a 2-run shot over the left center field wall.
Every 15 seconds, someone in America buys a new Chevy. And in Southern California, it's Chevy Cobalt that's taking the competition on bumper to bumper. With more standard horsepower than Civic and Corolla. And it gets an EPA estimated 34 highway miles per gallon. Plus, it's backed by the best coverage in America. Better than Honda, better than Toyota. See for yourself. Go to SoCalChevy.com. Use $1,500 total purchase bonus cash to get an 07 Cobalt Coupe LS starting at $12,290 with eligible vehicle trade-in. See your Southern California.
Time won't wait. They grow up fast. And while you're waiting for the best new home values, the chance to make precious memories slips through your fingers. No other coastal community compares to the value of Talega. 10 architecturally distinctive neighborhoods with acres of open space, resort-like amenities, and of course the charming beach town of San Clemente. See it, believe it, be a part of it today. Ah, Talega. It's time to make some memories.
Ever feel like a change of scenery? Multi-platinum hip-hop artist 3-6 Mafia sure did. That's why they said goodbye to hometown Memphis and headed west to establish themselves as true Hollywood players.
You better put your seatbelt on for this.
The hood never looked so good. Catch Adventures in Hollywood, Thursdays at 10 p.m., 9 Central, only on MTV.
Advertise in our hood. Call Cox Media today at 679-5200.
Little Miss Sunshine. Share the love today.
Vlad Guerrero strolled out to right field, tipped his cap to the fans, and the Vlad's plaid in right field. He always leaves tickets for young people around the Southern California area. Brandon Wood can settle in defensively. He got his first major league at bat. It was a strikeout, but it ended a very productive first inning for the Angels. 5 runs on 6 hits. Now Bartolo Colon will face Delmon Young.
Wow.
And he kind of fights it off to Casey Kochman, 1 down.
Take that jam sandwich. That's a little afternoon jam sandwich there, but he came right on his hands.
Bartolo turned his ankle early in Saturday's game, but stayed in, pitched 7 innings, pitched very well. Another good sign. You saw him work quickly. The Angels, we remember back to that Saturday game, they turned 5 sparkling defensive plays. One by Casey Kochman, one by Gary Matthews, another by Meiser Asturias, and 2 by Orlando Cabrera. And visiting with Orlando, he said, you know, it helps out the defense so much when a guy like Bart works quickly. We're on our toes. Carlos Pena, veteran now, batting average low. But Joe Madden going with him because they like his defense, and he's been a great influence in that clubhouse.
No, bright kid, comes from a very good family, smart. They all are well educated.
I guess he has a lot of brothers and sisters who are engineers. He went to Northeastern, where he received his engineering degree. And you go down and visit with Carlos Pena, and it seems like you're talking to a future congressman, senator. Bright guy, delightful to talk to. He's now 29 years old. And Colon brings the 2-2 pitch. Line to Eric Ibar, 2 outs. Seattle and Oakland are underway. They're in the bottom of the 2nd inning, a scoreless ball game. It is Batista throwing for the Mariners, and Joe Kennedy gets the start for Oakland. Jared Washburn shut out the A's last night. Kansas City and Minnesota are scoreless in the bottom of the 9th inning, and that's Zach Greinke against Boof Bonser. Cleveland already beat Texas 9-4. Boy, the Tribe is really getting hot offensively.
White Sox got rained out today against Detroit. Wonder if that'll have an effect on the Angels at all going there tomorrow.
Angels hit the road following today's game. They've got a 3-game series with Chicago. Garland against Santana, Burley against Weaver, and Sunday afternoon Vasquez against Escobar. Good pitching matchups. 3 with Chicago, 4 in Kansas City, and then they come back home. Close that fastball in there against B.J. Upton. Colon's 1-2. Powers a fastball, and Upton fouls it back. BJ was involved in a lot of big at-bats yesterday, none bigger than John Lackey in the 6th inning. Tampa Bay was pressing the Angels. They had the bases loaded. Lackey had a 3-2 count. He kept on pounding with fastballs, and John finally got one at 92 outside corner, and Upton swung and missed. And Lackey got his 3rd win. And there's one beautifully painted outside corner, and Colon strikes out Upton looking.
Three, 2, 1. The clock winds down. 5, 3, 2, 1 second left. 3, 2, 1. Crowd goes wild.
3, 2, 1. Hey, Dad.
Curveball will spin up to 30 times a second and break as much as 17 inches. Watch every pitch in clear Panasonic motion. Panasonic Plasma for the speed of sports. Panasonic, ideas for life.
Quality Tough Shed Sundance Series buildings are now available at the Home Depot. Tough Shed does it all, from helping you design your storage building to installing it where you want. Just call, click, or visit to order your Sundance Series building today. Right now, receive 10% off large painted Sundance Series buildings. Plus, get 12-month same-as cash financing through May 16th with your Home Depot consumer credit card. Legendary Tough Shed buildings, plus the convenience of the Home Depot.
The Tough Shed Sundance Series, available exclusively at the Home Depot.
Imagine leasing a loaded Mustang for just $289 a month. It's the Mustang Coupe with the Pony Package. 17-inch wheels, personal dash lighting, automatic, rear spoiler, and a Shaker 500-watt stereo with digital jack, plus leather trim seats. All this and it's still just $289 a month. Lease yours now. Get the Pony Package and leather. And best of all, you're driving a Mustang.
That young man's got the hair product going. You bet he's got it all straightened out. Little Angel fan here on a beautiful afternoon. Thursday, but it's getaway day for the Angels in Tampa Bay. Gary Matthews will lead things off. The Angels sent 9 men to the plate, and here goes Gary, high in the air and deep to right center, off the wall. And Matthews has another double. That's his 4th during this hit streak that is now 6 games.
Tell you, he's in fuego. Red hot.
A Corona timeout, a little Corona extra from Gary Matthews, signed by Padre scout Gary Renicky, who happens to be the Angels bench coach Ron Renicky's brother. He went to Granada Hills High School in Canoga Park. His father, Gary, played 16 years in the major leagues and hit 234 home runs. Sarge played for the Phils and Cubs.
So there's no let up on Jae Weong. Madden continues to throw down in that bullpen, has his bullpen guy up. Guerrero taking a shot to go to the right side.
Orlando, the ultimate teammate. He knows how to play the team style, one of the most intelligent players in the game. You remember that 63 game on base streak that he had last year, where he got on base by a hit, walk, reaching on an error. And he sends one to right field, and this should get Matthews to third base. Gary tags. There he goes. Young's got a great arm. Offline, though, and Gary's at third with just 1 out.
Good advancement by Matthews. Big Daddy stepping up. Man, did he hit a nice one off of Jae Weong in the first inning. First pitch. Gone. Vladdy's 6th home run. All of them at home. I like how they have the timing of the explosion out of the rock pile, but when Vladdy and Garrett always go down, they blow it just like that. I like that.
Got that big smile on his face, ready to swing, and they'll intentionally walk him. And this is a wise move because Joe Madden knows his strength. And he also has the opportunity to set up a double play with the next batter, Garrett Anderson, get 2 outs and deny the Angels from scoring their 6th run. So it'll be the 5th intentional walk of Vlad Guerrero this year, and I'll bet you about another 5 were unintentional intentional walks. As you said yesterday, that game against Detroit was the first time you've ever seen Vlad Guerrero not swing the bat in 2 consecutive plate appearances.
I was shocked
when they didn't intentionally walk him, but the pitches were so bad he didn't even swing. So we will see a pitching move here as Joe Madden takes out a struggling Jae Weong, brings on Gary Glover. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Mike Scioscia, Angels manager. To be a great team, you need to do everything right, and no team does this better than Howard's. Howard's has the largest selection of plasma and flat screen TVs in Southern California at the guaranteed lowest prices. Their lineup includes top brands like Panasonic, Sony, Mitsubishi, Toshiba, and more. And Howard's has the most experienced personnel in the business. They not only talk to you, they know what they're talking about.
Howard's, official flat screen TV supplier of the Angels baseball scouting system.
You're such a side hog.
Now there's enough mashed potatoes found. Introducing the new Mega Mash from KFC. Buy an 8-piece meal or larger and get a mega-sized mash for free. There's more to go around at KFC.
2007, designed for the extraordinary. Visit your local Land Rover Center.
Jae Seo did not last long, just an inning and a third. Our In-N-Out Burger who's in, who's out. Seo is gone. In former Angel Gary Glover. He is a right-handed pitcher, and he comes on to face Garrett Anderson with runners in the corners. Gary goes 6'5", 225 pounds. He's now 30 years old, born in Cleveland, but raised in Florida. And as you see, he pitched in 18 games for the Angels in 2003. He's been around. Last year he pitched for the Yomiuri Giants in Japan Central League.
Good for him. Always a great experience for a player.
Well, Angel fans, groups of 25 or more can save up to 40% off ticket office prices on select game dates. Bring your group to the ballpark for a custom theme night, group cap night, or one of the Angels' other exciting group packages. Call 888-796-HALO and ask a group sales account executive for more information on group packages. Angels trying to put a hurting on Tampa Bay. They've got first and third. Matthews at third base, and Vlad Guerrero just intentionally walked at first. But Gary, they like the way he's leading things off. This is his 6th straight 2-hit game. Anderson doubled down the right field line his first time up. This time Pena will be guarding that line because he's holding Guerrero at first.
Glover's got a hard fastball. He'll try to get by Garrett on the inside. Breaking ball, little change up.
Strike one.
Down in the zone. Garrett wants to continue to be aggressive. That was a good pitch for him right there. He hit the first pitch off of Jae Seo with nobody on. Last inning.
Big rip, 0-2.
See that big hook there by Glover. It's already ahead of him, 0-2. Day games like this, you know, even though the Angels, we saw it earlier against Detroit in the last home game they had it, I mean the last day game, which was just 2 days ago. Angels jumped out to a big lead. Well, they lost it, so they want to keep the pedal to the metal.
Anderson skies it high in the air. This is deep enough to get Gary Matthews home. Baldelli with the catch brings it to second, and Matthews scores for a 6-0 Angel lead.
Okay, that was a good AB. Looked for one up in the zone, and he got it. We'll show you where that FSN tracker is there. Where that ball is. That's the top of the zone, even above the zone. Garrett, great high ball hitter. Didn't miss that one. Got the sacrifice fly. Couldn't quite get it on the barrel enough to get it out of here.
If you want to keep that pressure on, you were talking about that Detroit game. The Angels had a 7-0 lead. Detroit reclaimed the advantage in the top of the 9th inning on a 2-run home run by Maglio Ordonez. And then Vlad's mad dash home in the bottom of the 9th tied it. And then Reggie Willett scored on a ground out to win it for the Angels. Now, fielder's choice, I should say, because it was a ground ball to second. They came home and Willits beat the throw. And the Angels won it 9-8. It's their first walk-off win this year. Does it seem like Casey's a little jumpy at the plate?
I don't think jumpy is the word. He's not flinching when he gets up there, and he's not white knuckling the bat. I'm watching him with my binoculars here, looking at his hands and everything. He looks really loose and relaxed. He's just rushing a little bit. Not jumpy, but rushing out there too fast. Rolling his hands.
Ball gets away. Guerrero goes to second base. It was a similar play like that with Vlad at third base when he scored the game-tying run 2 days ago. A beautiful read by Vlad.
And you know what? This is good too. Vladdy's on his toes over there. The ball just gets by Josh Paul with a wild pitch. Looks like, I'm sure that'll be scored a wild pitch, but Vladdy was able to advance anyway.
Outside corner, a 3-1 count now to Casey Kochman. He had a home run in his first at bat of the year. Trying to go deep for the second time. Favorable count for Casey. Guerrero second base. Pickoff play on, and Vlad gets back in time.
You know, that's just impressive about Vladimir. You know, he plays the game. He's a kid at heart, loves to play, gets a big lead there. You know, he's looking to advance on the pitch, and the dirt he did. I mean, Vladdy's playing the game.
Kochman pops it up left side. Third baseman Wigginton comes on and drops the baseball. So Kochman will have another chance on the 4th error by Joe Maddon's team in this series.
Okay, now the sun is a factor in day games, especially to the third baseman coming in. It's directly in his eyes. He has the kind of glasses that are the ones that are stationary. They're not flipped down. And you know, you saw how he caught the ball close to his shoulder. You want to catch the ball at its highest point up here. You want to have your glove up if you can. That was he had to run a long ways for that. But you know, it's a tough sun field today. It's easy to lose the ball in the sun. And if you're running, let's check out the little clank-itis they had last year with the D-Rays. Watch this. Okay, he had a chance at second base. Upton didn't throw it there. He's off balance. Throw gets wide. Open up the floodgates. Kochman scores. Here's this one here. Up, forgot something. And then this ball's a pop-up here. Infield was in. Oh, couldn't hold on to that one. So not a pretty display of defense in this series.
I was just going to ask you, what's the remedy for clankitis?
Practice.
Practice. Bartolo coming out for his 3rd inning of work.
Mike Sosha, Angels manager. This year, once again, I'm picking Howard's over the national chain stores. Howard's has a solid lineup of plasma and big screen TVs from Panasonic, Sony, Mitsubishi, Toshiba, and more. Howard's experienced sales team makes them tough to beat. They not only talk to their customers, they know what they're talking about. And with the guaranteed lowest prices and next day delivery 7 days a week, how can anyone beat that?
Howard's, official flat screen TV supplier of the Angels baseball scouting system.
Gravity will propel this Lexus IS over 4,000 feet in a matter of seconds. This Lexus IS will attempt to cover the same distance even faster. The 306 horsepower Lexus IS 350. So much for gravity. Attractive leases available on all 2007 IS models for a limited time at your Lexus dealer.
Canucks, Ducks, Game 2. Friday at 6:30 on FSN West.
Our Jack in the Box game reset for Thursday, April 26th. We're going to show you Big Daddy Vladdy not wasting any time. Goes deep, puts the Halos on the board, 2-0. And then Ibar. He had a chance, and he got a nice little rip down that line. Hillenbrand comes home. Angels, they're swinging the bats. They scored 5 in the first. And they just got 1 in that last inning. The Halos are looking good behind Big Bart.
And this is where veteran pitchers, really strong veteran pitchers like Bartolo Colon, they know what to do with a 6-0 lead. We have seen it in the past from Colon. Just an outstanding pitcher for the Cleveland Indians, then the Montreal Expos, then the Chicago White Sox, and now with the Angels. Twice in his career he's won more than 20 games in a season. Won a split year with Cleveland where he won 10, and another 10 with Montreal. And of course the 21 in 2005 when he was the Angels' first Cy Young winner since Dean Chance in 1964. Coming after Josh Paul inside a 1-2 count.
Okay, Josh Paul, not only has he caught Bartolo Colon before, but he's also faced guys with fastballs, and he knows day games here. You try to take a rip on one. Just because you know a fastball's coming doesn't mean you can square it up.
Out at 94 is up high, a 2-2 count. Josh with the Angels in 04 and 05, catching Colon, part of that Cy Young year. And then the Angels traded Josh to Joe Madden when he was at Tampa Bay for Travis Schliesting, who was an infielder. The Angels have moved him to the mound and taken advantage of his strong arm. We saw him a little bit during spring training. Colon's first 3-ball count. His command has been that good. Strike 3 call. 4 strikeouts for Bartolo Colon. Well, our Marines.com honor roll, Major League players with wins since '98 through 2005. Randy Johnson is the only pitcher with more than Colon's 135. Greg Maddux one behind. And of course, Colon missed much of last year, only won 1 game because of the right shoulder problem. And the Angels shut him down the last 2 months of the season, and he spent the end of last year and all winter recovering from a tear in the right rotator cuff that limited Bart to just 10 starts.
Look at that 2-seamer running back across the plate. Bartolo showing great balance on the rubber right now. He's on top of his game. Your balance has to be just right if you're a pitcher. Can't be too forward, too far back, or you'll miss your spots. We'll take a look at him. We'll watch this windup now. Watch how he sits right over that mound. Okay, the mound, right? Hold it right there, guys. Okay, as a hitter, you'll see me draw lines once in a while, but look at that balance in his body right there. Now he's coming forward because he wants to get some push with that strong lower body. Look at him push off, stay right on top. Nice follow through. Breaking down Bartolo.
Power pitcher.
That's right. Got to use your legs. There's some 95 from Big Bart. That's the 4-seamer. Gets 2 fingers across the seams and the ball stays straight up in the zone to get a anxious hitter looking for that, like Ben Zobrist.
Outside corner. That's 3 straight that have gone looking. Upton at the end of the 2nd inning caught looking, and now Paul and Zobrist to start the 3rd, and you can ring them up. That's 5 Ks now for Colon.
You know, Bartolo Colon, he only had 1 strikeout against the Mariners, but he's got it working now. He's typically a strikeout pitcher. That was his first outing, but now he's in his 2nd outing, and he's really getting out that paintbrush. He is painting. There's a changeup for a strike. First change of the afternoon after 40 pitches have been thrown.
Got a 6-0 lead. You really don't have to throw much else with his command. And there is a breaking ball, a rare one that is knocked down the left field line. And here's Baldelli again with his 2nd double. He's the only one to get after Colon.
Okay, Bartolo, he mixed in a little slider or a changeup. That was, I'm not sure which one that was, but definitely off speed, but it was elevated. It was up. That's how Baldelli's able to get a good whack at it. Let's see what it is. That's a little slider. Look at how it breaks down. Belt high, short, quick swing, double all day long.
So Rocco at 2nd base. He doubled to lead off the ball game, but then Colon just bared down, got Gomes swinging, got Crawford swinging, and then got Wigginton to pop up. And then the Angels gave him 5 in the 1st and 1 more in the 2nd inning. Lifted foul, out of play, strike 1. Angels have really dominated Tampa Bay through the years, and they haven't lost a series in Anaheim to Tampa Bay since May of 1999. Mike Scioscia's teams have won 25 of the last 30 at the Big A from the D Rays and 8 overall the last 9 games.
Well, let me just tell you, Bartolo Colon, the Angels' 5th starter, by the way it worked out with him not making his first start till a week ago. Wow. He's going to be going up against a lot of other teams' number 5 guys, and it ain't going to be pretty. You're going to see a lot of these scores right here. It's a real plus for the Angels.
I think the greatest plus is just to see him healthy, way ahead of schedule. You remember before spring training, they were talking about maybe mid-May he'd be ready. Here he is in the middle of April. He's already won 1 game and has a 6-0 lead, throwing 95 cheese in the outside corner, striking out 5 in the first 3 against the Devil Rays.
And you know, we saw Bartolo in the 1st inning of his 1st outing twist his ankle. Actually, he tweaked his ankle at first base. Now that tweak right there was enough to put a lot of guys out and miss a start. I won't mention any names, but there's a few guys out there that would miss a start, but not Bartolo. He's got too much to gain this year. Ned Bergert, always a factor when it comes to Angels healing. Him and Rick Smith do a fabulous job.
Gomes to center field. Matthews says he has it. He does, and Bartolo works out of trouble in the third. The Angels take a 6-0 lead at the bottom of number 3 at the Big A.
On 10-game road trips, sportscasters like me and the skipper depend on Motel 6 for a great rate and plenty of post-game shutout.
So we don't miss 1 second of the action.
Try the decaf, skipper. We'll leave the light on for you.
I need that back, Bob.
With State Farm, I save $50 on my car insurance.
At State Farm, they gave me discounts of %.
We only pay $50 per month for our State Farm car insurance.
Call today and ask for an indecent discount.
Hi, I'm Keith Hernandez.
And I'm Walt Clyde Frazier.
What a marvelous night for the action.
Let's go to the play-by-play.
Oh, there's Mr. Graybeard approaching Miss Hottie. Oh, no.
Rejected.
Clyde, that's gotta hurt.
Yeah, no play for Mr. Gray. Get that man our Just for Men Brush In Color Gel.
It's specially formulated to penetrate coarse facial hair and gets rid of gray in 5 easy minutes.
Home run. Another win with Just for Men.
Visit your Southern California Cadillac dealer for this attractive offer. Residency restrictions apply.
The Big A at the Big A, and we've got a big game in the NBA tonight on FSN West. Lakers playoffs on FSN West, and they're down 2-0. And Phil Jackson says maybe they're suffering from depression the way they have played the first 2 games, thrashed in Game 2. Game 3 is tonight on FSN West. Suns and Lakers. Steve Nash against Kobe Bryant.
Depression. Maybe some of those players should watch the news, see what's going on in the world. That's pressure. Show me some heart and get out there and play the game. Let's go.
I think that has to do with the fact that Phoenix has better players than the Lakers.
So there's no sniveling and no
exception
whining.
of Mr. Kobe Bryant. And Shea Hillenbrand keeps it going. He had a double his first time up, and now a single to center field. And Shea Hillenbrand has the Angels' 8th hit.
Now, you said that Hillenbrand was a little bit like Salmon. And Salmon never really got hot early in the month of April, but this guy, like a lot of veterans, are warm weather players. Weather's starting to warm up a little bit, so is Hillenbrand. The confidence comes with a few base hits. FSN tracker's going to show you where that was. He hit it right where it was pitched. Nice piece of hit.
Boy, it has been amazing, though, Rex, to watch the Angels offensively on this homestand after just a dreadful road trip. They scored 6 runs. Their last 6 games of that road trip, lost all 6. Then they come in here and they sweep Seattle. They have scored now 50 runs in 6+ games on this homestand.
Yeah, now they're going to run into 3 good starters in Chicago. We'll see how they handle this road trip. They need to go out there and silence all the doubters and really put their game, carry their game from the Big A all the way to U.S. Cellular.
Ibar pops it high in the air. Baldelli coming on. Rocco is called off by B.J. Upton at the last second, and there's the first out.
Tough skies. High sky, they call that. Clear blue up there. Ball gets lost in it, really. And then when that sun shines directly in you, that Bermuda Triangle out there, sometimes balls will fall. But obviously, Baldelli never called it. BJ, as an infielder, even a young infielder like him, is trained to go out and catch every ball until the outfielder calls you off, because the outfielder has priority over you.
Now Jose Molina, who picked up his first RBI of the year with a single last time up. If you've just joined us, we have the major league debut of one of the Angels' top prospects, Brandon Wood. He's on deck. Struck out swinging his first time up, but he's enjoying being part of a 6-0 lead.
Jose Molina chipped in, got him his first knock and RBI of the year. Good piece of hitting, slapped it out to right. Angels are fortunate to have two very good catchers. That really helps your entire pitching staff, and Jose's one of them. Napoli's getting more reps back there, but Jose stays fresh, so she keeps him in there once in a while. Good rip.
Love the way he called the game on Sunday with Urban Santana after Urban had been roughed up in his previous 2 starts, and then Napoli did so well working with John Lackey yesterday.
So should being a former catcher like he is, nowadays it's better to have 2 catchers split the time almost. It keeps both of them fresh and healthy for the long season.
So now a 2-2 count to Jose Molina. The Angels sent 9 men to the plate in the first inning and picked up 6 hits, 5 runs. They scored 1 more in the second, and a double by Matthews and a sacrifice fly by Garrett Anderson. Now 1 on, 1 out in the third. Fastball misses high and away, 3-2.
Glover has a decent fastball. If he can place it where he wants it, it'll be a little tough for the hitters to square him up, but he's been missing up and out over, like the base hit that Shea Hillenbrand just got. That was a high fastball away. Low, hard fastballs are hard to get a hit on.
Hillenbrand is going. The pitch is high, ball 4, so there'll be 2 on with young Brandon Wood coming to the plate. Third walk by Devil Ray pitching. Jae Weong got the start. He was knocked out. Now Glover to face Brandon Wood. Wood just called up last night. Flew in today from Salt Lake City to LAX. Caught a cab. Arrived at the yard. Batting practice with Mickey Hatcher. And now back in there after striking out in his first big league at bat facing Jae Weong.
His 3 swings he took in his last at bat were all rollover swings. There's a slider to start. You know, Angel fans are going to have to be patient with this kid while he in his major league debut and also his first seasons here, next couple, to kind of get the feel of things. He's got a big swing. He's going to strike out a lot. But he's got some very good power.
Mike Scioscia was not comparing him to Mike Schmidt, but he said he saw Mike Schmidt early in his career with the Philadelphia Phillies because Scioscia was raised in that Philadelphia area, and he said go back and take a look at Schmidt's numbers at the number of times he struck out when he was so young. And our Gatorade heard it around the cooler. I mean, look at Schmidt. Struck out 15 times his first 34 major league at bats and 136 in his first full season. And that was only 367 at bats. You see Wood's numbers over the last 2 years. So understanding that strike zone.
That's right. Interesting comparison.
2-2 count now to Brandon.
But he's going to find out up here that these guys got a pretty good idea of these pitchers, and they're going to overexpose him at times. All he needs is a few hits, though, for confidence, and he's a little bit nervous right now. 2-2. Glover probably a slide ball here. See if he'll swing at it. Got him out on another slider earlier.
Back up the middle, off the pitcher, right to Pena, who tags Brandon Wood as he runs by. The Angel runners advance. Hillenbrand to third and Molina to second base. But 2 outs now in the third inning.
He almost got that hit, but that was a slider down low, and you saw how he was out in front of it, a little bit rolled over. Might have went through the middle if Glover had not have hit it, but B.J. Upton could have been there, and it might have been double play.
So Brandon Wood starts his young career 0 for 2, visiting with bench coach Ron Renicky now. I tell you, you talk about the Angels' future, and their youth is so dynamic, and you talk about 2 talents like Howie Kendrick and Brandon Wood, well-spoken leadership. We've seen it in the minor leagues, growing up together in this organization. It is going to be wonderful to watch. Very thoughtful, articulate young men. And Mike Scioscia has always said, you know, they have it. They walk around the clubhouse not arrogant, but they are very confident young players.
That's right. You have to be confident around your peers and your teammates. Think you belong. Know you belong.
Gary Matthews up for the third time. He has singled and doubled, scored a run. And you've said so many times about this particular sport, Rex, it's not handling success, it's how you handle failure and work through problems.
Well, there's no doubt. Matthews, all along when he got off to his cold start, he just said, hey, look, it'll come. I feel great. And now, look, he's played the game before. He knows. He's red hot. He's seeing the ball extremely well.
Down the line foul past Griffin. The Angels knocking out Jae Seo in the second inning. He allowed 6 total runs. Glover's given up a hit and a walk. Tampa's strength certainly is their hitting ability. Offensively, they came in second in the league at runs scored, 5.2, second in home runs, just behind the New York Yankees with 26 big flies. But when you're last in ERA, you've given up the most home runs, you've hit the most batters, you're going to struggle. And that is the next area of growth that Joe Maddon must see in his starting rotation and in the bullpen. And also defensively, 4 errors in the first 2 games of this series.
Matthews, as hot as he is, and this is a typical thing for hitters, you like to pull the ball. So he's pulling a lot of balls down that line there.
Line drive, base hit left field. Hillenbrand scores. Molina is held at third, and Gary's having a heck of a game.
Again. Okay, just when I told you he was pulling the ball, Glover and Josh Paul, the catchers, are saying, hey, look, we better stay out of his wheelhouse. Let's try him away. And look what he did. He waited longer till the ball got deeper in the strike zone, reached out, and took the lousy single. That's a sign of a hot hitter right there, no doubt. Hitting balls wherever it's pitched. Got him a ribby too.
8 now, along with a run scored.
This game is a marathon. It's not a sprint. Sooner people figure it out, the less they'll be agitated about guys who have slow starts. You know, I look around, I look at some of the averages across Major League Baseball. It's surprising to see how many guys are not even hitting 200. Adam Roach, Manny Ramirez, Brandon Inge, Josh Barfield, Alex Gordon, the rookie third baseman for the Royals, Richie Sexton. Michael Young from Texas is under 200.
Are you kidding me? He's one of the best hitters we've seen the last 5 years.
Right. So you would look at a few of those guys and say, look, they're not going to be down there at the end of the season.
Michael Young, maybe that's why Texas is struggling a bit. They're in last place in the West at 8-13. Lost today 9-4, but I guess Sammy Sosa was productive.
Hit 2 homers.
Guerrero sends it out of play right side. The Angels now with a 7-0 lead over Tampa Bay. Oakland scored a couple on Seattle. They lead the Mariners 2-0 top of the 4th. In that game, it's Batista against Kennedy. Later tonight, 20-year-old Philip Hughes is going to make his major league debut for the New York Yankees as they take on Toronto. Popped up. That'll get out of play.
And now Sosa's home run, one of them, he hit a 439-foot home run off of Paul Bird, and that made, he hit it in Jacobs Field, made 44th Major League ballpark in which he's homered. That broke a tie with Ken Griffey Jr. and Fred McGriff for the most in the big leagues.
44 different ballparks, some gone, some new.
How about that? That was 594th homer. He'll get 600 easy this year.
Well, Mickey Hatcher has to love this. Runners in scoring position today, 4 for 8, and hitting .386 the previous 6 games, and now batting .262. When the homestand started, the Angels were only hitting .197 in those pressure marks. Mike Scioscia was saying they didn't pressure any teams on that stretch where they had the 6-game losing streak, scoring only 6 runs. He didn't like their situational attack. He did not like their 2-strike approach. Boy, it has changed on this homestand. The Angels trying to finish it up at 6-1. Cabrera high and deep. And Orlando Cabrera has it off the wall. 2-score. Angels go up 9-0.
You really like the effort by center fielder Rocco Baldelli. That's the 9th run now the Angels have scored. 9-0. This guy, you'd think he has a World Series game and it was a final out. Ball's well struck, and Baldelli, why some say may not get to play his full career because he plays like this. Look at that. He just crashed into the wall. Looked like he might have twisted his knee a little bit. Hit his knee right on the wall. I mean, you know, this guy plays the game. He plays it the right way and all full bore. He's like Erstad.
And his right hamstring is still not 100%. That's why Joe Madden designated hitted him yesterday. DH'd him yesterday. And he's still in a little bit of pain. Guerrero, though, gets a 2 RBI double. Now 10 ribbies for the year. And here's Vladdy. He belted a 2-run home run in the first, intentionally walked in the second. He now has 20 RBIs, tying him with Magglio Ordonez for second place to the great Alex Rodriguez, who has 34. Strike outside corner by Gary Glover. 2-1.
You know, the D-Rays were riding high after sweeping the Yankees and flying all the way up out to the West Coast. Angels humbled them last night. Made 4 errors. Didn't look really good at all.
And they're playing a bit tired with 4 errors in this series. And because they had the evening game against the New York Yankees, they didn't arrive until like 5 o'clock in the morning. But they're young. Maybe too young. Vlad checked the swing. Did he go? No, he did not. It's a 2-2 count. So got the start, gave up 6. Glover's given up 3. A smash to right field, but Del Young had him play perfectly. Guerrero's out, but the Angels scored 3 more in the third and open up a 9-0 advantage on Tampa Bay.
Engineers at GMC gave the all-new redesigned Sierra the kind of look that makes a powerful statement and the kind of muscle that can back it up. The all-new GMC Sierra. We examined everything and overlooked nothing. That's professional grade.
Use trade-in bonus cash to get an 07 Sierra 1500 extended cab work truck 2-wheel drive for around $21,650. More GMC trucks are sold in LA than anywhere in the nation.
Friday home game is followed by post-game fireworks, courtesy of Wells Fargo. Get your tickets today. Angels baseball, what a game!
Aflac trivia time here at the Big A. The Angels enjoying a 9-0 lead, and Mike Scioscia and Joe Madden are former Major League catchers. How many active Major League managers played catcher? We'll give you the answer later in the game. There is Joe, fourth manager in Devil Rays history out of Hazleton, Pennsylvania. His hero growing up was Joe Namath. And Joe was a quarterback in high school, and he wore white shoes just because he loved Joe Willie Namath so much.
That's a beautiful thing. Broadway Joe. Bartolo Colon, he's doing a little bit of mound work out there now. He's kind of covering over some of the dirt where his landing foot lands. Early strikes.
Just pounding that strike zone now. Quickly 0-2 with Carl Crawford, who struck out swinging his first time up in the first. Bartolo has only given up 2 hits, both of them to Rocco Baldelli, and both are doubles. Great pitch efficiency. Had just 46 pitches thrown through 3 innings. Carl Crawford, a super talent out of Houston, Texas. Pop foul. We told you yesterday, if you were watching last night's broadcast, Carl Crawford was recruited by the University of Nebraska and had actually signed a scholarship opportunity to play their quarterback, and they thought he might be the next Tommy Frazier. He also was recruited by UCLA as a point guard, averaged 26 points per game in Houston. That is a great 3-sport athlete. I can see him kind of running that little option. Fake to the fullback, run down the line, sprint up the field for about 12, maybe 80 with his speed. Swing and a miss, and Colon strikes him out.
Wow. He's got all 3 pitches working for him. 6th punch out now already on the young afternoon. Here it is. Pulls out the changeup. A little parachute ball. Comes in there, and Crawford looks too good to lay off of. You're thinking, oh man, that's his power zone too. Crawford likes that ball down and in. Most lefties do.
Ground ball, Orlando Cabrera. Little low pick beautifully by Casey Kochman. That is why the Angels defense much improved. Play like that. Rally Monkey fans, on Tuesday, May 8th, the Angels are having a once-in-a-lifetime event as the Angels take on the Indians. The first ever Rally Monkey tie Beanie Baby will be given away to all fans in attendance, courtesy of Pringles and 102.7 Kiss FM. This is an original Beanie Baby complete with heart-shaped hang tag and poem. Don't miss your chance for this stadium exclusive giveaway. Log on to angelsbaseball.com and purchase your tickets today. Rex, I make that comment about the play at first base. It looks so routine, but it's anything but. We can say that from experience because the Angels suffered at first base without Kochman last year, much of the year because of the mononucleosis.
Yeah, and they ran 6 different guys out there at any particular time to play first, so that was a good example. Koch is just really smooth. He understands the position. He's got a big glove. He's able to pick it. It's very soft hands. Moves really well around the bag. Okay, watch this now. Cabrera is a candy hop right to him. He kind of goosed the throw a little bit. Now watch, it's going to short hop Kochman, but watch the one motion. See how he goes down to up like that and out? That's where you want to stay. Keep your glove down. Don't have it up because it's easier to bring it up when it's already down. Does that make sense?
Absolutely, and I think the first guy to greet him in the dugout might be Orlando Cabrera.
He pointed to him. Said, nice pick. Look how he's working that glove always. Kind of rolling the fingers a little bit, keeping it soft. It's like a hockey goalie glove. It's what it's like. Got the same kind of form. Hockey goalies, they have a curved on the side like that so they can scoop the puck. And the same deal with a baseball mitt is first baseman's mitt is he can scoop it. That's why that's rounded on the other side there.
That's past Brandon Wood into left field for a base hit by Delmon Young, his 4th hit of the series. But you talked about the Angels using 6 players at first base last year, and most of them weren't first basemen. Edgardo Alfonso had 1 start at first base. He's a 3rd baseman. Dallas McPherson started 3 times at first. He's a 3rd baseman. Howie Kendrick started 42 times. He's a 2nd baseman, had never played first base in his entire life. Kenby Morales, who was a right fielder for the Cuban team and played at first base in the Angels minor league system, started 49 times. And the other was Rob Quinlan.
There you go.
And Quinney is a first baseman naturally, but he's played first, third, left, and right with the Angels. High, deep, right center field, and this is a monster home run for Carlos Pena.
Bartolo, when he throws that fastball in there, you know, he can be vulnerable if he's not located properly for that right there. Pena, power hitter, looking for nothing but a ball out over the plate. Got one. Let's show where it was on our tracker here. All right, there's a nice little, it's down low. It's in the left-handed power hitter's wheelhouse. Good turn to the hips there.
Well, Pena's been pretty productive. 9 hits now in the year, and 4 of them have been home runs. And now B.J. Upton comes up, struck out looking his first time. Angels with a 7-run lead in the 4th, scoring 5 in the 1st, 1 in the 2nd, and 3 more in the 3rd. Although not as efficient with his pitches this week as he was last Saturday. In this start, he threw 77 pitches in 7 innings. Has needed 62 thus far, and not yet through the 4th.
It's all right though. The strike balls to strike ratio is still outstanding. He's got 44 strikes, thrown 19 balls this afternoon.
I think Tampa Bay really working the count much better than they did last year.
Well, that's one thing Madden's really trying to stress with his young team. Offensively, they're going to learn, but more so really on defense. Got a lot of young players playing out there. You know, their cutoffs, relays, execute rundowns. They'll show up every now and then when you're young and inexperienced.
Joe Madden came in with a record of 9-12, 4.5 games back of Boston. Out of play. It's hard to believe that they are tied with the New York Yankees for the cellar in the American League East. The Yankees were washed out last night, but New York has lost 5 straight games. And tonight against Toronto, they're sending a 20-year-old right-hander, their top prospect, Philip Hughes from Foothill High School here in Southern California. Colon strikes out B.J. Upton. The inning is over, but Pena goes deep. It's now a 9-2 Angel advantage.
Not too close. What do you think? I got that insurance?
What insurance is that, Yogi?
The one you really need to have. If you don't have it, that's why you need it.
Need what?
Aflac. Well, if you get hurt and miss work, it won't hurt to miss work. And they give you cash, which is just as good as money.
Aflac. Ask about it at work.
We switched to Cox Business Services. Couldn't wait to drop the old phone company.
Communications have to work. If we can't communicate clearly and reliably, it's serious.
Their digital phone service saves us money. Their high-speed data service saves us time.
We really connect with their people. They're friendly, nearby, know their stuff.
And that's perfect for this practice.
We build things. Cox gives us the right tools.
Introducing the all-new Chevy Silverado. Available with a 315 horsepower engine and 22 EPA estimated highway miles per gallon. All backed by the best coverage in America. Better than Ford, Dodge, and Toyota. That's why it's the 2007 Motor Trend Truck of the Year. And now get $1,000 cash back plus $1,000 purchase bonus cash on any 07 Silverado with eligible vehicle trade-in. See your Southern California Chevy dealer or visit SoCalChevy.com.
You're watching FSN West.
We're here at Angel Stadium. The Angels with a 9-2 lead. Our Aflac trivia question. Mike Scioscia and Joe Madden, our former Major League catchers. How many active big league managers played catchers?
I'm going to say 7.
I'm going to go, wow, with even more than that. 6 in the American, 5 in the National League. Woo. New center fielder for Tampa Bay, Elijah Dukes, coming on for Rocco Baldelli, who ran into the wall, chasing a double by Orlando Cabrera.
Okay, you know, keep in mind the score was 6-0 at the time. This guy, he's crashed into the wall, man. That hurt.
Now Garrett Anderson down 2 strikes on Gary Glover. Anderson with a double and a sacrifice fly today. 1 RBI, 1 run scored. Gets a hook and knocks it back up the middle for a base hit. Of course, Scioscia and Matt, but how about Joe Torre, who wound up playing the hot corner later in his career, and John Gibbons of Toronto, Bob Guerin of Oakland, Eric Wedge, Bochy, Yost, Naran, Melvin, and Hurdle in the National League. Clint played more outfield than he did catcher. He moved around, but came with the Kansas City Royals as an outstanding outfielder. They thought he would be the next George Brett in Kansas City. Here's Casey Kotchman. We're talking about Casey rolling that ball to the right side. In the last 4 games, he has had 6 ground outs to the right side, and also Pena error. Would have been a 7th ground out on his hands, popping it foul. But with a man on first base, Tampa Bay unable to defend him as severely on the right side, so they have the second baseman B.J. Upton a little closer to second base. Glover's 0-2. High. Seattle has trimmed Oakland's lead to 2-1. They've gone to the top of the 5th inning. One final. Cleveland beat Texas 9-4 in the American League, and Minnesota beat Kansas City 1-0 late. Down the line. Anderson races for third.
Scoring.
Kotchman going for third, and Anderson comes home with the Angels' 10th run.
Hammered that Glover offering. Pounded right past Pena, who was holding on Garrett Anderson. Smart piece of hit.
He did not have a triple all year long, and he's had 2 this week.
It's all right. There's a pitch elevated. He's all over that. Pena had no chance. Now, Delman Young's not used to playing that right field corner down there. That can be really tricky. The ball bounces once, twice. You couldn't quite find a handle on it.
Now Shea Hillenbrand popping it up out of play right side. Joe Madden bringing his infield in, even though they're down by 8 runs. But they have a chance to work on their game. But Casey Kotchman never had a triple in his life, and is 2 on this homestand.
Well, you know, he's hitting some well-placed balls, no doubt. But I've mentioned it almost every game how well he's running. He's got his health, his feet are under him. He's trained hard. He's running. He's really looking good.
It's a good sign. The Angels really getting the extra base hits going. They've got a home run from Vlad Guerrero, and 1, 2, 3, 4 doubles. 1 by Anderson, 1 by Hillenbrand, 2 by Matthews and Cabrera, 1 each by those guys, and a triple now from Casey Kotchman. Angels with 12 hits, 10 runs. It's the biggest scoring total of the year. The Angels have scored 9 each of the last 2 nights, one against Detroit, one against Tampa Bay. And here's a look at that triple.
Hey, watch Kochman now. Look at him. He's digging. He's got, I like his arm position. He's carrying his arms low. He's bringing them up high. It's helping him work. Touches the inside part of the base. Koch getting analyzed on a triple.
Hillenbrand chops it foul. And Casey says the person who has been most inspirational in his running ability or improved running ability is his sister. He said she has the wheels in the family, who is a terrific track star and a fine softball star. You know how they like to chop it and race to first base. His sister just accepted a full ride scholarship to the College of Charleston. Dad have to be proud. Tom Kochman, the Angels rookie league manager, Provo and Orem through the years, and Casey Kochman was his bat boy, come in for the summers. Garrett Anderson remembers him when he was 7, 8 years old. Now GA is the mentor to Casey Kochman in the big leagues. Hillenbrand with a chopper. The Angels do not run Kochman, and Upton throws out Shea. 1 down. The Angels have a contact play, but only with 1 out. With nobody out, they'll hold.
Yeah, and you know, 10-2 right now. We'll be surprised, but you know, you talked about Kochman's parents being really proud. That guy, Mickey Hatcher's proud of his hitters. Now they're doing exactly what he wanted them to do. Start competing with the pitcher. Start, you know, don't give him his pitches. You got to look for yours up there. Be ready to hit when he comes in there with the one you can hit and drive it. And they've been doing it this whole homestand. They want to just carry it over into Chicago. They're going to face Garland, Burley, and Vasquez. Some pretty good arms.
Now Eric Ibar, infield remains in.
Check out these numbers from the homestand, Fizz. Mickey, this is why he's really excited about that. Okay, 10 wins. That's first easily at home. 305 batting average. They're scoring 5.5, and if the Angels pitch with their front end and back into that bullpen, they're going to be good.
Up the middle. That'll score the run. Ibar is out, but he gets the run home, and the Angels go up 11-2 on Tampa Bay. Second RBI for Ibar, now 6 on the year for the rookie.
Okay, the infield in. It's a hard hit ball. Zobrist does a good job of keeping this from being a base hit. He catches it in front of him, gets to his feet, little shuffle, goes it right to him.
So now the infield back, nobody on. 2 runs home. The Angels knocking around Gary Glover after they knocked out Jae Weong. And it's Jose Molina, and Molina 1 for 1 in the game with a walk and RBI, run scored. Well, the Angels' 10 wins at home are 3 more than any other team in baseball, but their 1 road victory is the fewest in the major leagues. Misses outside. 1-1 count to Jose Molina. A little bit of a roller coaster ride for Mike Scioscia. Started 5-1. There's a line smash to Ty Wigginton. Angels, though, get 2 more in the 4th. They have an 11-2 lead over the Devil Rays.
Arby's sourdough melts for only $3. Choose roast beef and cheddar or ham and Swiss, both on thick cut sourdough bread. At 2 for only $3, they'll have you saying, I'm thinking Arby's.
Live racing returns to Hollywood Park Wednesday, April 25th. On Friday night, April 27th, there's a free concert after the races featuring the Romantics. But the true highlight of opening week is Gold Rush Day on Sunday the 29th, featuring a $1 million guaranteed pick 6, 10 big stakes races worth over $1.3 million, and a free Hollywood Park sports bag. First post is 12:30. Live concerts, exciting races, and a free sport bag await you. So
come play with us at Hollywood Park.
You need to keep your focus on the game. And what better way to do that than with a new plasma TV from Howard's? Hi, I'm Mike Socha, Angels manager. This season, experience the games the way they were meant to be seen on a widescreen, high-definition TV. Howard's has the largest selection of plasmas and big screens in Southern California. And with unbeatable financing and next-day delivery, you can be enjoying all the crisp, clear action sooner than you think.
Howard's, official flat-screen TV supplier of the Angels baseball scouting system.
What does it mean to have an edge? It means you're driving the new crossover that changes the rules. It means you get to 60 miles an hour faster than a BMW X5 for thousands less. It means you get better highway mileage than a Honda Pilot and a quieter cabin than a Lexus 350. And now, the Edge SE comes with a remarkable $299 lease for just 39 months. The new Edge, only at your Ford dealer.
A lot of fun in the Diamond Club today. Fans enjoying an 11-2 lead, and the fine cuisine in the Diamond Club as you take a look at the beautiful Big A. And the Best Damn Sports Show period is on tonight. Host Chris Rose, John Sally, Rob Dibble, and Rodney Peete. The show comes on tonight at 11 o'clock only on FSN West. We'll have spectacular plays on tonight. Top 50. Bartolo Colon, after 4 innings, has thrown 67 pitches. Not 47 have been in the strike zone. And he goes after the first batter, Josh Paul, who pops it up left side. Garrett Anderson, and 1 down. Colon, his last start, we told you, 7 innings, only threw 77 pitches, and 22 missed the strike zone. 55 were hammering that strike zone. It's right about that ratio in this one, although he's throwing more pitches. They've been fouling off a lot more. Up comes Ben Zobrist. He pops it up, and Brandon Wood has the play and takes care of him, and that's Brandon Wood's first chance.
That's right, first play. Now, fielders, they're not going to be able to remember that as much as they're at bat. I can't tell you the first play I ever made in the majors, but
who was on the mound when you had your major league debut?
It was Roy Lee Jackson, left-hander for Toronto, up in Toronto at Exhibition Field. It was really kind of cool outside, and I was nervous as could be.
First pitch?
Strike 1.
Fastball?
That's right. Second pitch, slider, strike 2. Third pitch, slider, see ya. Hello. Good afternoon, good night. You're gone. And the whole Yankees laughed at me. And then as I walked into the dugout, they said, "Hang with him, kid."
There'll be a few more of those.
Oh, it was ugly. But I was shaking so bad I couldn't even swing hardly.
But that is the great story, and what we like to do now as broadcasters, you and I really look forward to a young man's major league debut. We had 3 make their debuts on the same day last year. Tommy Murphy in Detroit, Mike Napoli, of course, against the Tigers, hit a home run in his first at bat. So you look forward to Brandon Wood's major league debut.
Well, the next generation of Angels are coming. It's a foul ball off his foot. Now, the first generation of homegrown talent Angels came in the Garrett Anderson, Tim Salmon, Jimmy Edmonds, you know, D. Sarcina. All these guys came up through their system, you know, and then now those guys have kind of moved on, and they've got the Howie Kendricks coming, Brandon Woods, the Kendry Moraleses, you know, all these guys that are homegrown here recently.
Well, Elijah Dukes works the walk. It's the first base on balls issued by Bartolo Colon. So he's saying, what is the problem I'm having with the leadoff guy? Baldelli was in there and he doubled twice off me, and now a walk to Elijah Dukes, who takes over for him. A 2-out walk. Colon has struck out 7. There's Mike Butcher. And the Angels not only with the talent, with the system you talked about, but how about some of the young pitchers they're now bringing up? The John Lackeys, the Irvin Santanas, the Joe Saunders, the Jared Weavers, and they have a young pitcher who is just 20 years old, who is at Double-A Arkansas, Nick Aidenhart. He has had a sensational start.
He's dominating Double-A at 20 years old. Won't be long and they'll see him here. And you know, your future is based upon your talent, your young talent in the minor leagues. And, you know, Bill Stillman has been reluctant to give up some of that minor league talent, you know, to consummate a deal. And, you know, some ways you can't blame him. A lot of these players are going to be superstars in the future, and that's what they're going to build the future of the Angels on. Although owner Artie Moreno wants to win this year, there might be some growing pains.
And Nick Adenhart at AA Arkansas has a 3-1 record with a 1.01 earned run average. His only loss, they got shut out. 23 strikeouts and 26 2/3 innings. He was very impressive in front of Mike Scioscia at spring training this year. You'd love to see that, because for Southern California fans and Angel fans, they're taking a look at this organization and they're saying, hey, this is a team, the Angels, that are good right now, but are going to be good for a long time. That two-seamer looked like it caught the outside corner, but not called by Gary Cederstrom. Johnny Gomes pops it up. Gary Matthews makes the catch. The fifth is over for Tampa Bay, and when we come back, we'll see the third major league at bat from Brandon Wood.
Lakers playoffs on FSN West. It's time for the Suns to set in the West as Steve Nash leads Phoenix into Staples for a Game 3 showdown against Kobe and the Lakers. Suns, Lakers, tonight starting at 7 on FSN West.
A splitter looks like a fastball until velocity is lost and the bottom drops out. Watch every pitch in clear Panasonic Motion. Panasonic Plasma for the speed of sports. Panasonic, ideas for life.
Honey? I think this might be our lucky day.
I think it might be.
I think this is what we've been waiting for.
I think it is. Yes! It turned blue!
Introducing the Coors Light Cold Activated Bottle. The mountains turn from white to blue when your beer reaches the perfect temperature.
It's blue like your eyes.
My eyes are green!
Only from Frost Brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer.
Meet the small car with a big attitude. The 2007 Chevy Aveo 5 earned the highest possible rating for frontal impact crash test, 5 stars. And smart drivers love Aveo's EPA estimated 37 highway MPG. Plus, it's backed by the best coverage in America. Better than Honda, better than Toyota. Use $1,000 total trade-in purchase bonus cash to get this 07 Aveo 5 starting at $95.60 with eligible vehicle trade-in. See your Southern California Chevy dealer.
The event you've been waiting for.
It's a fight to the death.
Starts tomorrow.
Let's go, sweetheart.
Get in the game. Condemned. Rated R. In theaters tomorrow.
FSN West presents Angels Baseball, brought to you by Lexus and their passionate pursuit of perfection. A beautiful day in Southern California near the Pacific Ocean. We come to the Big A, and sunshine, great eats, family atmosphere. Final day of this homestand as the Angels try to go 6-1 and sweep the Tampa Bay Devil Rays. Love this ballpark and love the afternoon games with so many families together, moms and dads, sons and daughters, grandma, grandpa. Good crowd on hand. Bartolo Colon giving the Angels a strong defensive effort. And now we'll see a new pitcher, the third used by Joe Madden. It's Jae Weong Seo. He was the 23-year-old rookie, becoming the second ever Korean to play for the Rays. The first started the game, Jae Seo, and he was hammered and knocked out in an inning and a third and gave up 6 runs. He was originally signed by the Cubs as a non-drafted free agent in 2001. Pitched for the Cubs last year, appeared in 10 games, and then traded to Tampa Bay. He will face Brandon Wood, who has seen 3 different pitchers in his 3 at-bats. Struck out against Jae Seo and grounded out off the pitcher, a glancing blow off of his leg, but right to the first baseman Pena.
Jae Weong. That's an interesting pronunciation. I don't know how you get it out of that, but
the R is silent.
Yeah.
And I'm serious. It's RYU. There's that great year he had back in 2005, a .321 average, and really busted out. Swing and a miss. He's way out in front. But that year in 2005, he had 101 extra base hits, 53 doubles, 43 home runs, 5 triples combined, Class A and later Triple A. Does not bite.
No, you can see that curveball there. Wood's going to see a lot of slop when he comes up here, because a lot of young guys, they get here by hitting the fastball. Pitchers know that. Fastball, slider, curve, and a changeup are used pitches. Josh Paul, he knows. He was a young player once too. Now they're going to settle on here. Yeah, why not go with the breaking ball again? Changeup. See how that ball drifted in on his hands like that?
So it's Brandon Wood's first time in the show. Hot foul back and out of play. I remember the first time we met Brandon Wood. He had just been drafted by the Angels in the first round, and he committed to the University of Texas, but signed with the Angels for $1.3 million. And Angels owner Artie Moreno hosted his entire family at the Big A. His mom and dad were here. Carrie and Jill, his sister, was here. And Mike Scioscia reminded him at that time, Brandon, I know it's pro ball now, but make sure you still have fun. Swing and a miss. He strikes out for the second time.
All right, let's see it. There it is. Everything down low, off speed. So you can see Wood wanting to make an impression. Good chance. Long swing. They'll expose that.
So Jay Cook-Yu strikes out Brandon Wood. Now faces Gary Matthews, who's had a heck of a game. 3 for 3, a couple of singles and a double. He scored 2 runs and driven 1 home, and Gary has raised his average now to .306.
Yep, he's really going to mix his pitches. Now, Glover, the guy that was just in, throws a lot of hard fastballs. Hitters like that. They hit him around pretty good. Now you're getting a guy here who's going to mix them all up. Can't really guess on any particular pitch. Try to zone him. That's a term hitters use, zone him. That means put him in a certain area, and when that ball gets there, hit it, swing at it. Doesn't matter what's thrown.
He's got his idea made up and brings it to Gary, and Gary doesn't bite on a good breaking ball. It dives late. Gary's been up almost every single inning. In the first, in the second, in the third. Finally got an inning off in the fourth, and now up again in the fifth inning.
Stay hot. Matthews came over with a .370 on-base percentage from Texas last year. That's one of the reasons that Matthews was so attractive to Mike Scioscia. This year he's a .366 so far early. That's all right. He's doing his job getting on base, especially in this homestand.
And it's gone up because of the 3 for 3 performance on base 3 times in this one. Works the count well. Cracks it foul down the right field line, and that's one of the things that Mickey Hatcher likes about Gary, his understanding of the strike zone now. He'll take the walk, and he also has the ability with 2 strikes to shorten up on his swing a bit and foul off several pitches that are pitcher's pitches and wait for that mistake. There's Mickey Hatcher working with young Brandon Wood, up playing his first big league game today. High. See that pitch right there. I think when Gary was young, he'd swing at that pitch.
Yeah, he's a 32-year-old established major leaguer now. And another good thing about the Angels and bringing all these young players up, you got to have coaches that can teach them. And Mike Scioscia has plenty of outstanding coaches that can really work him. When it comes to hitting, Mickey Hatcher, you see him sitting down there working. You're going to talk to him, but the only way they're really going to gain experience is by standing in that batter's box and facing him. But you got to have some guidance. Ron Renicke's excellent with him as a bench coach. Alfredo Griffin helps all infielders. He'll be working with Wood, and he already has been working with him at third base.
Came through the ranks as a shortstop, moved to third in spring training this year. And on the 9th pitch, Gary pops it up, Hall is back, makes the play, and Gary Matthews, after a long duel with Jay Cook Hugh, pops up. 2 gone now in the 5th.
He'll keep you guessing. Still talking it over a little bit, but there is such a thing in your first major league game as paralysis by analysis. There's a certain time where you want to just back away and let the kid just do what he's going to do. Mickey knows that. You know, the kid's going to listen to anybody right now and everybody. Sometimes that can be dangerous.
But the one thing you have to love about Mickey Hatcher is it's always positive. He comes from a great fresh approach. He pumps up the kid. Hey, you've done this in the past. I'm not going to change anything. You've shown me you can hit. Because as you talked about, Rex, in your major league debut, you probably have so much going on in your head.
Oh, totally. You know, that's a brain dead day. It should be. You just want to go out and play the game.
Orlando Cabrera pops it up. B.J. Upton drifting out, makes the catch, and for the first time today, the Angels out in order.
Having a half-ton with the most legroom and a fancy rear seat is great, but truckers want to know if it's still got some truck left in it. We'll put it this way. If it'll draw bar pull 6,400 pounds of dead weight, towing 10,100 pounds is a walk in the park. Hello, Dolly. Available on the all-new Tundra Crew Max, the truck that's...
For years, Cox Digital Telephone has distinguished itself with superior quality and reliability. In fact, Cox ranked highest in overall customer satisfaction among all phone providers, according to J.D. Power & Associates. That's highest among all phone providers. It's no wonder Cox's 1.5 million telephone customers chose the company that ranked highest in the study that looked at reliability. You know the big old phone companies wish they could say that.
Introducing the all-new Chevy Silverado. Available with a 315 horsepower engine and 22 EPA estimated highway miles per gallon. All backed by the best coverage in America. Better than Ford, Dodge, and Toyota. That's why it's the 2007 Motor Trend Truck of the Year. And now get $1,000 cash back plus $1,000 purchase bonus cash on any 07 Silverado with eligible vehicle trade-in. See your Southern California Chevy dealer or visit SoCalChevy.com.
You're watching FSN West.
The Angels with an 11-2 lead on Tampa Bay. And kids, now's your chance to join the 2007 Junior Angels presented by Sports Chalet, the official kids club of Angels baseball. Junior Angels Kids Club members receive 3 free tickets to Angel home games, an exclusive t-shirt, membership card, free bowling, and much, much more. Log on to angelsbaseball.com and sign up to be a Junior Angels Kids Club member today. We ran into a lot of kids at the Fan Fest a couple of months ago who were interested in that Angels Kids Club. A lot of them from Riverside County. Pop up left side, Orlando Cabrera. Bartolo Colon gets the first out of the 6th inning. It's Carl Kruk, who's had a tough day. 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts, now a pop-up.
And, you know, that's nice, an early count out for Bartolo. 82nd pitch thrown here in the top of the 6th inning. He threw 77 total pitches in his last outing, but Bartolo, he's stretched out to go 100 plus.
Colon airing it out at 94 miles an hour. Facing Ty Wigginton, who has popped up and grounded out.
So what we're seeing and Angel fans are looking at right now is an 05 Bartolo Colon. He's in his form, his Cy Young form. Got his velocity back. Matthews battling the sun. Nice job of adjusting. Matthews, he showed two or three different ways to get out of the sun. Youngsters watching. Okay, he uses his right hand. He's putting it up in the sun. He's tracking it. Now watch him use his glove hand. Look at that. There's a veteran right there knowing how to battle the sun and catch a fly ball. That ball was hung up there for days. Great job. See, that sky is bright. Get that little ball up in there, man. You'd be surprised. It's like a needle in a haystack trying to find it.
And it seems like once summer gets here, you'll have a little bit of the haze in the night. What about 6:30? More like 7:30, 8 o'clock. It seems like the third inning, those are the toughest balls to read on pop-ups.
That's right. Now, you might think, well, what did they do in the old days when they didn't have sunglasses? Well, I played for a manager, an old-time guy named Billy Martin, and he says, just turn your body sideways. Turn your body sideways and catch it out of the other side. That way you don't see the sun. He goes, that's what we used to do when we didn't have glasses.
So you tried that?
It works. It's a little different because the ball's spinning usually back to the field, and you know, you turn sideways and it's a different angle, but it works. You're not looking directly into the sun.
2 out, a 2-2 count to Delmon Young, who's 1 for 2 in the game. He singled and scored on the 2-run home run by Carlos Pena. That's it against Bartolo Colon by Tampa Bay. Tests him down low, a 3-2 count. Young doesn't walk that much, only 2 walks this year.
He's a hacker. He's aggressive. I like his stroke.
Strike 3 call. Bartolo Colon with 8 strikeouts today in 6 innings.
Arby's sourdough melts for only $3. Choose roast beef and cheddar or ham and Swiss, both on thick cut sourdough bread. At 2 for only $3, they'll have you saying, I'm thinking Arby's.
Oh, you got everything that a man could ever need. Don't you all of them little things? The little
3 million songs free for a year. Downloadable from Napster to your PC and your phone when you buy the sync and high-speed internet. Only from the new AT&T. Your world delivered.
The best network of flights to Mexico and the service that makes you feel at home even before you get there. Nobody knows Mexico like Mexicana.
Want thousands in cash by tomorrow based on trusting you? Without you putting up security, just your signature? Then make a cash call to 866-590-CASH.
Tuesday, May 8th is Rally Monkey Tie Beanie Baby Night for all fans in attendance. Get your tickets today. Angels Baseball, what a game!
The best movie by far is The Natural with Robert Redford. The worst movie for baseball would be The Fan. It was unrealistic. It was no good at all.
Just a natural reaction to whatever the fan says. It is a Coors Light 6th inning. It's time to refresh your inner fan with Coors Light.
And you see what's being refreshed with Bartolo right there? That's called ammonia water. A little water, a little bit of ammonia in there, that'll wake you up on a nice warm Southern California day where Bartolo's smoking with 8 punch-outs.
Well, his favorite movie was The Natural, that guy talking about. I think if you're talking about The Natural, you've got to talk about the guy at the plate, Vladimir Guerrero. Is he a natural talent or what? He could have easily played the part of Roy Hobbs. Coming back after taking a bullet. And, making it all the way to the playoffs. They just needed that one big hit. And he hits it like it's going to hit off of the scoreboard, knock the lights.
Vladdy is facing a guy that's what hitters term a slop thrower. He's going to be looking for some slop out over right here. No disrespect to the pitchers.
Wigginton gets Vladimir Guerrero, and there's one down to start the last of the 6th inning.
Notice how I had to term that. You know, pitchers don't like for you to refer to their stuff as slop, but that's a hitter's term. That's what a hitter would say about a guy like this. Nothing personal.
What would they say about this guy?
Cheese at the knees. You better be ready to swing the bat. He's coming after you. There's a little cheese for your crackers.
Now Garrett Anderson up to the plate. He's had a solid game, a double, a sacrifice fly, a single. He scored 2 runs, 1 driven in. Now 9 RBIs by the Angels cleanup batter this year. Hey, Seattle scored 2 to take a 3-2 lead on Oakland. They've gone to the bottom of the 6th inning in Oakland. Garrett Anderson pops it up. Shallow left center field. And it's Ben Zobrist to take care of Garrett. And all of a sudden, maybe they should have started Jay Cook-Yu, because he's faced 5 Angels and retired all 5 because they had a lot of trouble from Jae Weong and Gary Glover.
I'm telling you, got a guy that throws a little slop up there. You know, it's not easy to hit those off-speed pitches. And he's got good control over them. Throw any of them anytime.
In the National League today, Pittsburgh beat Houston 5-3, St. Louis over Cincinnati 7-5, and Washington topped the Philadelphia Phillies 4-2. Here's Casey Kotchman. He tripled in his last time up and drove in a run, scored also on a ground out by Eric Ibar. And he chops this one high in the air to B.J. Upton. Bobbles it, still has time to get KC in a 1-2-3 6th inning. To the 7th we go. The Slop's getting it done for Rex Udler.
Here's to life's simple pleasures.
Visit your Southern California Cadillac dealer for this attractive offer. Residency restrictions apply.
This Mother's Day, win the Hollywood treatment with Hallmark Channel and Cox. Enter to win a trip for 2 to Hollywood, including a visit to the set of a Hallmark Channel original movie. Just make a purchase using your Hallmark Gold Crown card at a participating Hallmark Gold Crown store. Visit hallmarkchannel.com or enter by mail. And watch the premiere of A Stranger's Heart, May 5th at 9, 8 Central on Hallmark Channel.
We switched to Cox Business Services. Couldn't wait to drop the old phone company. Communications have to work. If we can't communicate clearly and reliably, it's serious.
Their digital phone service saves us money. Their high-speed data service saves us time.
We really connect with their people. They're friendly, nearby, know their stuff.
And that's perfect for this practice.
We build things. Cox gives us the right tools.
Watching FSN West.
Time now for the Panasonic Plasma for the speed of sports. Casey Kotchman, his 2nd triple of the week.
Stay hot, Koch. He's legging it out. That's a long run. Let me tell you, you're winded when you get to third base. No play, stand-up triple.
He drove in a run. Now settles in defensively at first base. Bartolo Colon working 6 strong innings, and he will face Carlos Pena, B.J. Upton, and Josh Paul. New right fielder Reggie Willits in for Vlad Guerrero. Give Guerrero a couple of innings off his legs.
That's a good idea. Fly into the Windy City. Give Vladdy a little chance to chill out a little bit before he faces John Garland, a sinker curveball pitcher for the White Sox.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday in Chicago, then off for Kansas City for 4. This likely will be Bartolo Colon's final inning. He threw 90 pitches coming in. Pena takes outside. Carlos, the only trouble that Bartolo had with the 2-run home run in that 4th inning. So Chris Buchek gets up. Mike Scioscia being very careful with Colon. He had Dustin Mosley down in that bullpen just in case Colon's ankle started acting up. But Bart said yesterday it felt fine and he wanted to go. Now a 2-2 count to Pena. He was lined out and homered. Colon goes with the two-seamer that just does miss inside, and the count full now 3-2. And Bartolo, for so many years, one of the most dominant pitchers in the big league, signed by Cleveland in 1993 at the age of 20 and made it to the major leagues in 97, won 4 games, and then averaged 15 wins and 185 strikeouts the next 4 years, leading the Tribe to 3 postseasons. Very strong in the playoffs, and that's one of the reasons the Angels were interested. He's always pitched well in big games.
Okay, speaking of big games, if you want to go all the way and win a championship, you got to have some experience. That's going to be big for the Angels. Now, not only the staff, but the everyday players the Angels are sporting out there too. A lot of them young.
Pena swings and misses and strikes out. 9 Ks for Bartolo Colon. Again tonight, we've got the Lakers on FSN West. It's game 3 of the NBA playoffs, and they're having some tough times. Kobe Bryant has not been able to get the team going, and they've lost the first 2 games to the Suns. But Phoenix is loaded, and Steve Nash had 16 points, 14 assists in the last Suns victory. Tonight, starting with Lakers Live at 7 o'clock only on FSN West. 9 strikeouts by Bart through 6 1/3. Only struck out 1 in that first outing against Seattle. B.J. Upton has struck out twice, looking and swinging. He's airing it out at 95. On his 98th pitch, he throws 95 miles an hour.
It's really smooth and also very confident. This is just like you said, a big game pitcher.
97 miles an hour on the heater to strike out B.J. Upton. 10 Ks for Colon.
Give him that warm weather. Give him a healthy shoulder. Look at it. That's blistering. That's old Bartolo of old. Even though and he was really young, he was going 98, 99, and even 100. But 95 is plenty to get big league hitters out with, especially with his other complementary off-speed pitches, a slider and change.
Well, the last time Colon had more than 9 strikeouts, it was June 4th, 2005 at Boston against the Red Sox. He struck out 11. Missed much of last year because of the arm problems, but that was his Cy Young year. He is just raring back and bringing it. He was like 93 to 94 in the first inning. Now he's 96, 97, 98 miles an hour here in inning number 7.
Coming into the ballpark today, there was a lot of youngsters out there, and I was asking them, do you know who's pitching today?
Ooh, baby, look at that. He thought it was strike 3, and he'd struck out the side. He's raring back and just firing darts now.
That ball missed somewhere. I don't know where it did, but it sure was close. We'll show you on our FSN tracker. Woo!
Molina's up. He's getting ready to walk back too.
And all these young kids knew who was pitching today when I walked into the ballpark. Bartolo Colon's pitching. I said, man, it's going to be a good one. Look at him.
Again, high heat at 94. He strikes out the side. 11 strikeouts and a standing ovation for Bartolo Colon.
Immortality is etched in silver. The quest for the cup continues as Team Solani and Anaheim take on Roberto Luongo and Vancouver in the Western Conference semifinals. Friday at 6:30 on FSN West.
I'm Lila Oliver, and this is my Toyota Prius Hybrid. It is the best car I've ever had. I'm helping out the environment. It's a smooth ride. It's got great acceleration. I'm getting right now about 45 miles per gallon.
And now, for the first time ever, get up to $2,000 in option package savings on a wide selection of new Prius hybrids.
I love it.
Your Prius is ready at your Southern California Toyota dealer today.
They've stormed beaches and freed countries. They've raised our flag and our hope. They've been called leathernecks. They've been called devil dogs. But above all, they're called Marines.
April 26th, the Toyota game reset showing Big Bart. Man, is he strong. Fastballs, breaking balls, changeups, but mainly heaters. That two-seamer right there, man, he's responsible. 10 punch-outs now all of a sudden Bartolo's come up with today after just one in his last start. So Big Bart, he's got it going on. He's looking good, and he received a standing ovation, and he loved it as he tipped his cats. 11 punch-outs. You see, he waved to the crowd, walking off to a standing O. The fans are fired up because they know Bartolo could be a big key for the Angels' success this year if he stays healthy.
Today was his 17th career 10 or more strikeout game. His career high 14, 98 with Cleveland. He led them to the Central Championship that year.
Soj came walking over and says, "Hey, Big Bart, wow, go ahead." Heat it up.
And you know, he knew that would be his final inning, so he was just rearing back and letting it roll.
You can tell he doesn't have any ankle problems or shoulder problems.
What do they say in Little League? Rock and fire. He was doing a little rocking and firing out there.
That's right. Jose Molina was doing a great job of calling his game.
Put down the one. Okay, one again with this side of the plate.
That's right. Just stay on it.
Shea Hillenbrand today 2 for 3, a double, a single, 2 runs scored, an RBI. Jay Cook-Yu has been tough for the Angels. This young 23-year-old rookie has been the only Tampa Bay pitcher to solve the Angels, as the Halos scored 6 runs off starting pitcher Jae Seo and 5 more off reliever Gary Glover. Cook-Yu has faced 6, retired all 6, and threads the outside corner at 83, 2-2. I'm just looking at you. I know what you're going to say, and it starts S-L-O. What's the final letter?
No, I'm not gonna drop that term anymore. Ooh.
A broken bat. Base hit for Shea Hillenbrand.
Man, you're going good when that happens.
Well, he outslopped him. He kind of slopped one into left field.
You hit it just like you pitches it. He hit that one off the end. That bat died a hero. That's Shea Hillenbrand's 3rd knock of the afternoon. Watch this. There's a little breaking ball. Hits it down low. The bat goes. Handled. He'll take it with him to first. Line shot in the books tomorrow.
3-hit game for Shea Hillenbrand. Got his first extra base hit of the year back in the first. The Angels sent 9 men to the plate in that first inning and scored 5 times. 1 in the second, 3 in the third, 2 in the fourth, and that's the first base runner off Jay Cook-Yu. Eric Ibar up. Foul off, strike 1. Ibar has singled, popped up, and grounded out. On the ground out, he drove in a run. He has 2 RBIs on the day. Ibar looks like he's feeling more and more comfortable playing every day, replacing the injured Howie Kendrick, who's out for a few more weeks because of a broken bone in the back of his left hand. Hit sharply, but right to the shortstop. They've got 1, and they've got 2. Angel fans, if you're looking for something fun and exciting to do on a Friday night, then come check out the Angels on any Friday night home game this year for Wells Fargo Big Bank Fridays. The next Big Bank Friday of the 2007 season takes place Friday, May 4th, when the White Sox come to town, where you'll be treated to a majestic post-game fireworks show. Don't miss out on the excitement. Purchase your tickets today at angelsbaseball.com. And the Angels hitting the road after today to Chicago for 3 with the White Sox, and then 4 more with Kansas City. And the Halos will return to face the White Sox on May 4th through the 6th. They'll have the 7th off. That's their next off day, and then have 3 with Cleveland. So it's a very short homestand. 3 with the White Sox, 3 with the Tribe. 2 very good teams here at the Big A. So get your tickets now. Go online, angelsbaseball.com. You now facing Jose Molina. Singled, walked, and lined out. Robbed of a hit on a diving catch by Ty Wigginton. Well, you makes quick work of the Angels in the 7th. We head to the 8th. It's the Angels 11, the Devil Rays 2.
Why are most luxury car makers doing the same thing? Dropping their maintenance program so you foot the bill. BMW is different. As an independent company, we can stand behind BMW Ultimate Service. You pay nothing for brake pads, rotors, and more for 4 years or 50,000 miles. BMW, the ultimate driving machine. Lease a BMW 328i for $339 a month until April 30th.
Get 2 Arby's sourdough melts for only $3. Choose roast beef and cheddar or ham and Swiss, both on thick-cut sourdough bread. At 2 for only $3, they'll have you saying, I'm thinking Arby's.
The legend was born in 1965 in the storied swamp of Florida, where the scorching heat took a brutal toll on the Gators.
The players weren't adequately hydrated and their performance suffered.
The answer, a new carbohydrate electrolyte beverage created by University of Florida doctors.
Naturally, we called our stuff Gatorade.
From the Gators' Orange Bowl triumph in '67 to their national title in '07, and for millions of athletes in between, the legend continues.
I'm Lila Oliver, and this is my Toyota Prius Hybrid. It is the best car I've ever had. I'm helping out the environment. It's a smooth ride. It's got great acceleration. I'm getting right now about 45 miles per gallon.
And now, for the first time ever, get up to $2,000 in option package savings on a wide selection of new Prius hybrids.
I love it.
Your Prius is ready at your Southern California Toyota dealer today.
You're watching FSN West.
Jack in the Box game summary. The Devil Rays have 2, the Angels with 11, and the Halos trying to go 6-1 on the homestand. They're currently 5-1. Colon, tremendous game. 7 innings, 11 strikeouts, 8 of the 9 Angel batters with a hit and an RBI. The only guy without one, the young man making his major league debut, Brandon Wood. Angels bringing on the bench. Rob Quinlan takes over in left field for Garrett Anderson. Meiser is tourist for Eric Ibar at second base. And the new pitcher will be Chris Buchek for Bartolo Colon.
Buchek. Perfect time for him to come in and get a little bit of work in before they head to the Windy City. Fastball, curveball, slider, and a changeup.
He goes after Ben Zobrist, who swings at the first pitch, popping it up left field. That's the second straight game when Rob Quinlan was called on as a late defensive replacement on a blowout game. The first ball was hit to him. Made a nice sliding catch yesterday, and he takes care of this one.
One of those things about the game that's hard to explain, but being a former player, knowing that when you go out there, that ball's going to find you, you better be ready.
Elijah Dukes came on for Rocco Baldelli, who crashed into the wall. But the game was out of hand, so no reason to take a chance on Baldelli, who was playing with a sore right hamstring anyway. Dukes walked his first time up. Elijah Dukes, out of the state of Florida, grew up in the Tampa area and was a great football, basketball, baseball star growing up. Terrific football player we were telling you about yesterday. An all-state linebacker, offered a full ride to North Carolina State, but he chose to play baseball and signed with the Tampa Bay Devil Rays.
And he got in the game because Rocco Baldelli looks like he crashed against the wall. Hopefully he's okay. We haven't gotten a report from him or about him.
Dukes has a 3-1 count. And it's ball 4, and Elijah Dukes walks for the second time today. Angel fans, Sundays at the Big A are the perfect place to take the whole family. That's because McDonald Family Sundays offer kids arts and crafts, face painters, balloon artists, and more. Prices start as low as $9 for adults and $5 for kids. The next Family Sunday takes place May 6th versus the Chicago White Sox. Purchase your tickets today at angelsbaseball.com. That's a good team coming in here with Jermaine Dye and Paul Konerko and Joe Creedy. White Sox will host the Angels tomorrow in the beginning of a 3-game series. They've got Detroit, which has been postponed because of bad weather, and that's where the Angels go next. Johnny Gomes over 3's popped up twice to center field and also struck out. Check going right after him. Oh, sunny day. I hope they brought the sunscreen out. Keep the baby in the shade.
You know, with the White Sox getting rained out today, Contreras was supposed to pitch. You wonder if he'll face the Angels tomorrow, most likely.
Yeah, it could be Contreras, as Gomes takes a fastball on the inner half of the plate, and that is the 12th strikeout by Angel pitching today. 11 by Colon, now 1 by Buchek.
Look at all those Ks up there for Angel pitchers. On our tracker, we'll show you. Just got a little of that corner on the inside part.
11 by Bartolo Colon. The backward Ks are the ones looking. He had that two-seam fastball working, particularly the left-handers. That was freezing some of the Devil Rays today. The Angels with 55 runs their last 6+ games, including today, almost their 7th. And prior to this, they had just 6 runs in 6 games. Carl Crawford, right center field. Gary Matthews on his horse, and that is off the wall. And Dukes will be sent home to score. And Tampa Bay has their 3rd run of the day. A double for Carl Crawford.
Hey, Crawford didn't quite get all that, to tell by the sound, but it was enough to get Dukes all the way in from first base. Hit the base of the wall. I'll show you the swing here. Ball's down low. I said earlier that Crawford likes that ball down and in. That's his power pitch he likes to handle. We just got a report on Rocco Baldelli. He has a right leg contusion. That means he's got a bruise in his right leg.
They have to go with the right hamstring that was already strained, and he had DH'd yesterday because of it, out in center field today. Ty Wigginton up.
Let's check out Rocco earlier in the game. Looking for himself. Right leg. Ooh, watch out. Yeah. Little bruise. Good hustle. Outstanding effort.
You really hope he's all right, because he missed all of 2005 because of knee and elbow injuries. He had an ACL injury, completely tore up his knee, and then later just playing with his brother after tearing up the knee, came back and hurt his elbow so severely that he needed Tommy John surgery, where they take a ligament out of his left arm, put it in his right. Wigginton pops it up right side. Kochman shading his eyes, makes the play. Tampa gets 1, and they close to within 8 of the Angels.
A 95-mile-an-hour fastball will reach home plate in 0.4 of a second. Watch every pitch in clear Panasonic motion. Panasonic Plasma for the speed of sports. Panasonic, ideas for life.
How does it feel to own America's favorite truck? The Ford F-150, with more towing power and more payload than anything in its class. You hear some pretty big claims about trucks these days, but no one carries the load of a Ford F-150. So why fool around with an imitation? Ford has been America's favorite truck for 30 years. Hurry in and get 0% for 60 months on a new F-150. It's that simple. It all ends April 30th.
It was a nail-biter. There were tense moments and close calls. But in the end, the fans won. MLB Extra Innings is available now on digital cable. No matter where your team plays, every game's the home game. You can watch your team's games or scout the competition.
Get the early bird package for only 4 payments of $39.99.
We switched to Cox Business Services. Couldn't wait to drop the old phone company. Communications have to work. If we can't communicate clearly and reliably, it's serious.
Their digital phone service saves us money. Their high-speed data service saves us time.
We really connect with their people. They're friendly, nearby, know their stuff.
And that's perfect for this practice.
We build things. Cox gives us the right tools.
Fans enjoying the sunshine at the Big A, and Sports Ultimate Nightly Highlight Show is here. The FSN, it's called The Final Score. It's the only national show that gives you nothing but wall-to-wall highlights. The FSN Final Score tonight at 10:30 on FSN West. We're following the Lakers game. They'll have highlights of this game with the Angels enjoying an 11-3 lead over Tampa Bay. And of course, we've seen, as we talked about in our open, the major league debut of 22-year-old third baseman Brandon Wood. Scottsdale, Arizona, Horizon High School. And he's facing Jae Weong Seo for the second time. Yu struck him out on a slider away and throws ball one. Big power numbers in the minor leagues. This guy a late bloomer, 6'3", 185. And you know he'll fill out, but in high school, Rex, Brandon wore number 4 as a freshman, not because he liked the number, but because it was the only jersey small enough to fit him. He was so overmatched that the DH was used for his spot in the order. He was the designated fielder.
Said, I'll show them.
Did he ever? Third base, Wigginton has it. Wood goes 0 for 4 in his major league debut, but he emerged as a senior and impressed everybody and hit .504 with 20 home runs. Was the 2003 Arizona High School MVP, first round draft choice, had a full ride offered to him at the University of Texas. We will see this young man in the future. We're seeing his first game ever. So one down here in the 8th inning. And Gary Matthews is the batter, and Gary 3 for 4. Pair of singles and a double, a couple of runs scored, and an RBI. The Angels again blew out Jae Seo, the starting pitcher for Tampa Bay, early, scoring 5 runs, sending 9 to the plate in the first inning. And then one more in the second. Joe Madden took out Seo, put in Glover, and he gave up 5. Upton has it. 2 gone. The Angels trying to go 11-3 at Angel Stadium this year. Batting average over 300. They're averaging almost 5.5 runs per game at home this year, and that's despite the fact that they had such a poor road trip. 1-7, a .214 average, and 2 runs average per game. Well, here they go, finishing this homestand, trying to go 6-1 before heading out on the road for Chicago and Kansas City. Rob Quinlan up for the first time. Foul.
This is a good AB for Quinlan to get to face a right-hander. He mainly gets starts against left-handed pitching. So it's always good to see the ball come out of the other arm too. And Quinlan, he's a good hitter against righties and lefties. It's just they've kind of made him a platoon player.
Zobrist has it. Well, they got a good performance from Jae Weong Seo as he shut out the Angels from innings 5 through 8, but the Halos lead by 8.
Lakers playoffs on FSN West. It's time for the Suns to set in the West as Steve Nash leads Phoenix into Staples for a Game 3 showdown against Kobe and the Lakers. Suns, Lakers, tonight starting at 7 on FSN West.
FSN presents the ultimate weekly poker tournament from Down Under. The world's top players battle for a total purse of over $6 million. Wow. FullTiltPoker.net presents the Aussie Millions. Saturday on FSN.
They've stormed beaches and freed countries. They've raised our flag and our hope. They've been called leathernecks. They've been called devil dogs. But above all, they're called
Spring is in the air, and so are the savings. It's spring savings at your Toyota dealer. Time to drive home a new 07 Corolla with $750 cash back or $3.9 financing. Get a great deal on a new 07 Camry, Motor Trend's 2007 Car of the Year. Yes, it's that time of year. Time to spring into a new 07 Toyota. It's spring savings at your Southern California Toyota dealer.
Jay Cook-Hugh threw very well, 44 pitches, but he came on, gave up 1 hit, 4 innings, gets a hug from Josh Paul, but how you pitch under pressure is the real key. And the Angels with an 11-3 lead, so he just had to go out there and throw strikes with the Angels to chase, and the Angels scored 11 runs in the first 4 innings of this game. The star, of course, Bartolo Colon, though, on the defensive side, 7 innings, 2 runs allowed, a 2-run home run by Carlos Pena, and struck out 11, only needed 103 pitches.
Hey, Buchek's doing a good job getting some work in now. He'll be tuned up for that road trip. Let's hope the Angels will continue to hit the ball and score the runs on the road for their pitching staff.
Angels trying to make it 3 straight wins. They almost had a devastating loss against Detroit 2 nights ago, but they came back and won it in the 10th inning and then hammered the Blue Jays yesterday and doing the same tonight. Scored 20 runs against the Jays or the Devil Rays in 2 games. Crowd of 35,597 on hand today. And they've enjoyed a productive Angel outing. The 1-2 from Buchek. Struck him out.
Buchek rearing back. I tell you, Angels, they're well stocked with their bullpen, some long guys. 13th strikeouts now by Colon and Buchek. 11 by Colon. They got Hector Carrasco, who can go long, Buchek, and also Dustin Mosley in that pen.
Yeah, Mosley's been a big plus for the Angels pen, giving relief to Spire, Shields, and Frankie Rodriguez. But what really gives those trio a relief is the fact that the Angels are blowing out the opposition, don't have to go to those guys. Justin Spire worked last night and went 1-2-3 in the 7th inning, and the game was close, but then the Angels put 6 on the board in the 7th, so they only needed Justin for 1 inning. Line sharply into center field, and Matthews gets there quickly. That should have been a 2-base hit, but he is so quick to getting the ball, and he holds Pena to a single. This year, when you're not home to watch or listen to the Angels, check out MLB.tv, where you can watch every out-of-market game live, catch those you missed on demand, or listen live to every radio broadcast. Sign up today for MLB.tv. For more details, visit angelsbaseball.com, where baseball is. The new pinch hitter will be Jorge Cantu. He's been a starter for the Devil Rays the last 2 years. We told you the defensive star of the day was Bartolo Colon with 7 innings of great baseball and striking out 11. Offensively, Gary Matthews had 3 hits, 2 runs scored, and an RBI. He has a 6-game hit streak going. And Shea Hillenbrand had 3 hits, 2 runs, and an RBI. And Vlad Guerrero with a 2-run home run. Anderson had a couple of hits. Ibar Molina had a hit.
Man, it seems like you've been a recording since last night. I'm hearing the same kind of thing, because the Angels, they pounded some runs on last night on these D-Rays.
Won last night 9-1. So this is a homestand where the Angels have swept Seattle, split with Detroit, and trying for a sweep of Tampa Bay. Kochman, foul territory. 2 gone. Terrific homestand for the Angels as they're trying to go 6-1. Trying to make it now 26 of the last 31 at the Big A over the Devil Rays. Buchek will face Josh Paul. in there for a strike. Seattle scored one more. They were trailing Oakland 2-0, and now they have taken the lead 4-2 in the bottom of the 8th inning, and that's at the Oakland Alameda County Coliseum.
Love that name.
Sometimes we take it back just to the days of Campy Campaneris and Dick Green, and Sal Bando. All went. Texas in the American League West also lost today 9-4 to the Cleveland Indians, despite 2 home runs by Sammy Sosa. Angel fans up. Tampa Bay down to their last strike. Buchek against Josh Paul. Got him. 14 strikeouts by Angel pitchers. 11 by Bartolo Colon, 3 by Chris Buchek, and the Angels with a 6-1 homestand.
Can't beat that. Only if they can just carry it with them when they go. That's all Sosa's asking.
Angels head next to Chicago and Kansas City before coming back to the Big A, and we'll be right back.